money. now. Welcome, friends. Welcome once more to Coins Live. Welcome, willkommen, bienvenue, benvenuto. Do you know any others?
I don't know what that is.
Welcome,
Oh,
I believe.
Yokoso.
Yeah, brilliant. God, what's tervetuloa? That's the Finnish.
Welcome. That's Romanian.
Is it?
Yeah, welcome.
It sounds like you're taking the piss.
No, it's not.
Okay, beautiful.
Not a piss take.
It's odd that should be, because I thought that the Romanian was a Romance language, so I thought it would have been similar to Bienvenue and Benvenuto and that sort of thing.
What's more romantic than a deep-throated Romanian count welcoming you?
I don't know if anyone in the chat has any ideas for what is more romantic than a deep-throated Romanian count welcoming you. Do let us know. So far in the chat we have Pissing Myself Funny Bear. Hello, Pissing Myself. And of course the deep-throated Romanian count who you've had greeting you so far is my guest, Dr. Samuel Nicoresti. Welcome. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I went on a big walk before the show in search of some more interesting beers. I was promised that there was an interesting triangular shop about 14 minutes up Green Lanes. So up I went, and it was a very paltry selection of beers.
That's a fucker. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to hear that.
That's all right. No, fine. Nice looking shop. So instead, I've got. Well, I'll tell you the first one I'm going to crack, just because I want to crack it now and not wait for the beer concept to be introduced. But it is. I don't know if you've ever seen these. This is a very London specific beer.
Yeah, it's the Colonel.
The Colonel, not Sanders, of course. More like a popcorn.
Yes, and it's a Pils beer.
Galaxy.
Yeah, but they do.
And this was directly
beer,
inspired by. Sorry.
Don't they do table beer? Do they do table beer?
There were lots of options. They all have the same. I've got another one I'll show you in a bit, but there's a stout, there was a table beer. I'm not even aware what a table beer is.
No, I think it just says table beer on it.
Yeah. But this one is called Galaxy, and I got it because I was inspired by your drink. You had a beer last week that was a Galaxy-themed drink.
Might have done, yeah. I can't remember.
It was very famous to you. It was lovely and black, and you didn't like it. But
God, yes. I had fucking Wolfers Engelmann. Wolfers Engelmann Galaxy beer.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I saw that the word Galaxy, and I thought that's interesting. Maybe Galaxy is a type of beer. Anyway, I didn't get a bag, so I've just been walking around with them in my hands. So we'll see how it goes. It's a clean pop. We're safe.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, we've got a whole lot in store for you today. Pals, if you're joining us. If not, then we have nothing for you, and you will not be disappointed because you don't know that there was the possibility of anything in the first place. So that's all fine, really. I think everything is okay as far as that is concerned. I see that we have a couple of potential lurkers in the chat, or maybe just people who joined the chat and then left without saying anything. Arid Tracks, Crazy DQ, and Trunk Dunk are present in name and potentially in spirit as well. I don't know. Just been looking up where.
How do you know the names of people that are watching if they haven't commented?
Well, you can go onto users in chat on the sort of chat box, and it says users who have been in chat, and those are the names that I've been given. It could be just a complete sort of mirage. We've got a follow. It is unclear again who they are, thanks to the sort of the now following image that I made. So I don't get the username of that person. It just flashes up with a picture of my face, and now following written in text at the top. So that's very handy. Oh, it's Kit Sullivan. Hello, Kit. How you doing? Lovely to have you with us. What's going on? Do let us know. It is a real pleasure to have you with us. Kit says, do I need change to join in? Absolutely not, my friend. However, I think later on in the show we may be trying to give to our viewers a way of accruing value for time spent in stream. Kit says, I like to line up coins in order of the Queen's face age. So
yes, I've shown the stream this game last week, I believe, and I think we might have played it together, Kit, actually, on a bench outside a bus in some long forgotten age of Fringe. Yeah, one of my favourite little parlour games for Victorian ladies and gentlemen to sort of gamble on who's got the youngest queen. If you remember that game from last week. Whatever it is, gets the whole table, gets the whole pot.
I think you did mention this at some point, or maybe it's a false memory, or a memory of you mentioning it previously, and I was having a piss or something. I don't know. I cannot remember.
I remember. I'm telling you, it happened.
Okay, yeah, I don't disbelieve you at all. Just going to bring up the rest of today's business. So, of course, regular viewers will be aware that we are currently in the process of going through the Coin of the Year award nominees and winners and just reviewing them. In the process of going through these various lists, we've had some pretty strong feelings about the coins that have been listed, the coins that have won, so on and so forth, which has led to the development of three separate areas to which we, as a pair of friends, colleagues in the study of coin, and you as loyal chat participants, can help us to condemn these coins to three separate areas. So we have the Hall of Bad Money, which is here. Already in there we have the commemorative United States $1 moon landing coin, which looks like shit. We have, hello Josie, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. This is Josie Russell as opposed to our other regular Josie. It is really good to have you here. These are, I can't remember where I got them. They've been languishing in my prop drawer for some time. And obviously, since I'm not doing any sort of live gigs or anything, there's no need for me to get anything out of the
Oh, we
props
talk about
drawer.
the glasses.
We are, yeah.
I wondered when it was appropriate to bring them up.
Yeah, well, I just thought...
What's happened then?
Nothing. Since we're launching some coins later, I thought that I wanted to look like a kind of some sort of Bitcoin twat.
Tech dork.
Some sort of tech dork, yeah. I was modelling on... are you familiar with Shingy?
No, but I'm sure I will be. Shingy. Oh yeah, isn't he like? Didn't MySpace hire him to be their techno
like I just
wizard?
wanted
Or
to have some sort of dickhead glasses on.
wasn't it America or AOL? He was like, AOL paid him billions of dollars throughout the entire noughties to be their techno futurist.
Yeah. So there he is. I'm coming through a bit again on your end, but it's stopped now, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, I can probably say that. He's a bit like a sort of techno Cummins, if you ask me.
Techno prophet, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got a big Cummings vibe.
Digital prophet. There he is with somebody. The AOL digital prophet. Looking good. So that's what I was going for, kind
What
of.
a trash out. What's he doing there?
Hello, Dancing Monkey 69, who says, the glasses look like the kind you would use to accessorize a human-sized teddy bear. Excellent comment, and taken in a good spirit, I think. However, if you wanted it to be taken in bad spirit, then please do let me know. The glasses are simply sort of a prop. They aren't something that I think looks good or particularly like, but I did have them, so I thought I'd pop them on.
You look a bit. It's a bit like. Do you remember Magnitude from Community? It's a bit of that kind of energy. Pop.
Yes, I do remember that now, actually. Joseph says Shingi's giving me LMFAO vibes very much, and I wouldn't be surprised if you could find a picture of him with LMFAO, or possibly with like Will.i.am. I imagine Will.i.am has met Shingi on a number of occasions.
I bet Will.i.am's got his own currency as well.
Yeah, almost certainly.
What is it with that type of person?
I don't know.
They all live in the same like Bay Area.
No, I don't know why David, Futurist, AOL, David Cross, Shing, Digital. David Cross is the odd one out there as far as I'm concerned in the sort of completion options.
What he's doing.
Anyway, I was talking you all through just a recap really. So obviously we've got the Hall of Bad Money, but last week we also instituted Valuehalla, which I'm sure will have some occupants at some point.
Looks real nice.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which of course will be for. Could you say something? Yes, great, thanks. Sorry, I was just checking the levels. That will be for really beautiful coins. So I think the Kazakhstani 500 tenge should go in there.
Can we have a look at that again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shingi.
Yeah, the Tobel Thinker.
Oh yeah, this beautiful buxom lad. Fat neck.
Fat fucking neck. Gorgeous coin. Can't say
That's where he
further
keeps
than
his brain. Yeah, I would whack that in for sure, along with an example of that beautiful Austrian.
The Austrian,
design,
yes.
the bimetallic, absolutely inspiring stuff.
Yeah, beautiful,
from the Austrians.
beautiful coins. And yes, so Josie has just said the futuristic Austrian, so we're totally doing that. Let's get the 500 tenge in there. Lovely stuff. Gorgeous coin. Gorgeous coin.
And it's been said before, but I'll say it again. Looks like a pog.
What? There was Evolution was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't as good as DNA.
I think DNA is the one that I found.
Oh no, sorry, it wasn't DNA. It was, and it won one of the awards, the bimetallic award.
Let's just bloody have a look.
Pretty sure it was something to do with
artificial intelligence. Yep. Yep. Pissing myself had that as well. Wonderful memory here.
From the chat.
From the chat, yeah. Oh God, what a coin! The on and the off, both.
We can't see, Andy. I want to see this.
I know you can't see. I'm getting it up in. I'm getting it up in the bloody. In Valuehalla. I've got to save it. Goblins there.
Yeah, sorry, cat attack.
That's all right. I'm sure the chat appreciates that kind of thing.
View of his ass.
Yeah.
Look at it. Oh my gosh. Can we get a recap on what the two metallic elements are? Because it's a very specific element that they're using in the inner realm.
Yeah. So
we need to come up with names for the inner and outer, what I'm calling realm.
Realm. I mean, I like realm. I don't know whether it's completely appropriate.
Coin filling.
Nah, coin filling sounds a bit.
Pudding.
Yeah. Can we have perhaps the inner and outer sanctum?
Sanctum? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I quite like pudding.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So would the centre be the pudding, or the?
Of course, yeah. The centre would be the pudding, but the out would be
roughage.
Not necessarily the main, the roughage. You think? Yeah.
I think the roughage.
Pudding
and roughage. And the pudding. Yeah. I mean, give us your opinions on that in the chat. I mean, I'm keen on them, but obviously I would be. So suggestions for the inner section of a sort of bipartite coin. And the outer rim. Names for those would be very much appreciated. There's been a lot of chat going on. AI said, pissing myself correct, yep. Josie Russell says, cat. Kit Sullivan says, whoa! Now that's a coin. Two separate comments, but I've truncated them for speed, which I've then negated
lost.
by stuttering over my words. great cat, great coin, good times. The pip of the coin is Josie Russell's suggestion, which is also good, I think.
Good.
However, does suggest that if you were to perhaps pop it out and then bury it, you could grow another coin.
Well, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that such a one? I've always wanted with coins like that the idea that you could pop them out,
Yeah.
and then you could spend the ring and the pip as sort of separate commodities.
Yeah. I think it. I think that using that terminology would lead people down the garden path. I think really.
Right, and here's the thing, yeah, you could do lots of different designs. You could swap them out. Like, there's a guitar. I mean, this is not really relevant, but there's a guitar that lets you swap out the frets. It's a kind of. I mean, it looks like utter crap, but you know, in terms of like new technology, it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
It's not really interesting to anyone that doesn't play guitar, but it's a similar it's a similar idea with coins. Like you could pop it out, slip in a new design.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish off my Oh God.
Right. Andy's doing his homework live on the screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
He doesn't want you to know, but yeah, he's secretly distracted trying to finish off something he was supposed to do. He's had all week.
How about you get fucked, mate? Okay, well, I might have to, oh shit, fuck. Okay, well, let's me stop doing that now, because it's.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what you've made.
Unprofessional. It's not very good. Polo coin, says Kit Sullivan. Read the suggestion that you could pop out the middle. The mint coin with the hole. That.
Yeah.
Is a pun, my friend. See.
Oh, on mint.
Yep, I believe so.
Do you know what? I'm a really big fan of the polo for the outer rim. Polo and the pip might be my front runners at the moment. Being the only two suggestions I've heard.
Yeah, I might be with you there. I think the God, what would you call that?
Call what? The polo or the pip?
The repetitive puss sounds.
The repetitive puzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. The piercing popping of repetitive puzz.
I mean, well, that's not what I was. That's
or alliteration.
Alliteration is probably it, isn't it? I like that anyway. The centre could.
I think sibilance might be more to do with S's, but I think it might also be with the sort of the actual tactile sound, the pronunciation, rather than alliteration, which is more a literary technique.
Yeah. I'm with you there. Josie says the centre could be the jam of the coin donut.
Well, we're back on pudding.
We are.
Yeah.
Which I was keen on in the first place.
I'm keen on the idea of like edibility, if that's a word.
Could be.
Edibility. I like the sort of the conjuring of the image of an edible coin. Yeah.
So we've got a couple more suggestions. Dancing Monkey says, "Can we call the outside of a two-tone coin the cummerbund?"
No, that's some alliteration.
Two of the words there were simple accidental repetition. Can we call the outside of a two-tone coin the cummerbund? Could be. I like it. I haven't disliked a single suggestion so far.
Cummerbund to me immediately conjures up, big fat red sash round big bankers' bellies at the opera, stuffing greasy chicken, and eating cash. And to me, it gets currency off to a bad start. I think it brings it back into the realm of, fat cats.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Polo is fair as long as it's only referring to the mint polo and not the fruit polo. Do you remember the gummy polos they had?
No.
Don't remember those? They had gummy polos for a bit.
I remember fruit polos.
You can still get fruit
I remember
polos.
Oh my gosh, do
You
I
could,
remember that? And yeah, they'd stick together, wouldn't they?
yeah, they were pretty rank, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd get one into a pack before the whole bloody thing melted,
Josie
and they
Russell
were
lost a tooth to
stuck
one of
right.
those.
Yeah, they get stuck in your teeth, and then you pull them out, and the whole bloody canal comes out with it.
Yeah, yeah. So I think agreement here that nobody wants nobody wants to be reminded of the fruit polo. So I am sorry that we have reminded you of that. It was so hard, it just caught a loose tooth. So there you go.
Okay. Hopefully a baby one.
Well, we've got to hope so. So that's Valuehalla, just to try and get us back on track. A couple of things that discussion has opened up for consideration across the course of the stream. Obviously, the chief amongst those being, what do you call the centre of a two-parted coin, and what's the sort of outer ring? Hopefully, we'll arrive at some more suggestions during the course of the stream. But we've reviewed the Hall of Bad Money and Valuehalla, and now heading over to Metallurgatory, featuring, of course, our old friend, the
Finnish triple ass.
the triple ass of the Finnish constitution, with the cheeks of judiciary, executive, and legislature, making up a functioning government.
Anus of democracy.
It's not an anus of democracy, is it? I mean, it's the sort of.
Shitting out fairness and equality for all Finns.
Oh God. So, I mean, I'm almost tempted to leave this as the only coin that will ever be entered into Metallurgatory, because I think it deserves its own realm. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a wide world of coins out there.
There is, and there's plenty more of the cotties to get through as well. Great. Did you have any, just before we start off with the cotties, did you have any coin news for this week? News or views? Or would you like to?
I think I did, but I can't now remember what it was. Let me see if I've still got any tabs open. I remember somebody told me some coin news at the start of the week, and I was like, "Sick! That's kind of interesting." No, I mean I can get to give. I mean, yeah. No, give you a quick rundown of my tabs. They're mostly about. I've been looking into empathy and chickens.
Okay.
And
Anything to report?
yeah, it looks like they can empathize.
Great.
I've been reading a lot about emotions this week.
So okay, well let's just breaking news: chickens are capable of empathy. More as we get it. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, there's not so much to it, but it's just the idea that depending on how you define, because there's all these different sort of paradigms for how you measure emotions, and some people will say that it's a two-dimensional structure between I think it's like fear and love, and then all emotions are basically kind of made out of some sort of combination on a graph of those two. And then some would say that it's more about you're excited and you want or don't want. So if you don't want and are not excited by something, that's like apathy. But if you don't want and are excited, that's like hate, for example. And chickens can feel fear and stress.
Fuck.
So yeah,
those are the two emotions that I don't really want a chicken to be able to feel.
Yeah, assessing the distress of chicks and the effect of the presence of their mother has been investigated using an air puff treatment. So basically, they just puff air into the eyes when their mums are there and when their mums aren't there. And I guess what they found is that there's a reduced temperature in the eye of the chick and increased ground pecking, and that means that they're stressed. And they're less stressed if their mum is watching. I don't know why.
Right.
I would be more stressed if my mum was watching.
Yeah, well, I'd worry that
Performance anxiety.
she was scrutinising the efficacy and pace and strength of my pecs. So
Yeah. She was somehow in on it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how
So they get
intelligent.
hot eyes and they start pecking stuff.
Yeah, and apparently Peter were going to make a prison into a chicken empathy museum, but it never happened,
I'm amazed.
which is fine.
Amazed
The
that it
kind of
wasn't
stupid crap they do.
possible to get funding to get that particular venture off the ground.
I think America, was happier to leave it as a prison. I don't think there's any heroes in that story.
Good lord. Baldy is with us. I can hear myself again there, but that's fine. Sam's mum says Sam pecking Parr. So,
What do you mean, my mum's?
so this is a joke from Baldy.
Oh, okay.
Sam pecking Parr. I assume it's supposed to be a dismissing the quality of your pecking, whilst also calling to mind the director Sam Peckinpah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know who that is, but it did seem a little bit like there was an assumption my surname was Pecking for a second there. I was very confused.
No. Stevenage says Baldy also as his first comment, and regretfully, I'm forced to reveal no. Yet again, we are not discussing Stevenage. Kit Sullivan, in reference to something, has said, ha 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 ha. Sam Chickaresti says Josie Russell, and MonoDB is raiding with a party of 5. So thank you very much for that. Really lovely to have 5 and MonoDB in the stream. We have been discussing the various different areas which we are condemning coins to, including the Hall of Bad Money, Valuehalla and Metallurgatory, which is occupied by the Finnish coin dedicated to the Finnish Constitution of 1919 and the 3 cheeks of the ass of government, legislature, judiciary and executive. Sam, now that we've got some new pals in the chat, shall we head over to the Cotties, the Coin of the Year Awards?
Yeah, and also I'd just like to lay down the gauntlet for the chat, because I know that they love puns and they're much better at puns than I am. If anyone can think of some sort of overarching term for our theological system of the coin afterlife that we set up, like something along the lines of Garden of Earthly Delight. So far, all I've got is that Hieronymus Dosh did it, and I don't have that kind of brain that can make magic happen with puns. So maybe I'm just laying down the challenge there.
Would you care to have another go at summing up what the challenge actually is?
Yeah, so coming up with some overarching... So the Garden of Earthly Delights, if you look at it, is a triptych that features heaven, hell, and purgatory being the life in which we live. And I'm just wondering if somebody could come up with a good coin... So I should have said coin-based pun. Maybe like the Garden of Cash. But do you know what I mean? But it works as a pun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was saying, I'm into that. I'm throwing the phrase Hieronymus Dosh.
Yep. Brilliant. We have a sort of sub pun or a side pun has been opened up by Pissing Myself, who says, so you want an eschatological solution.
Yeah, that's funny.
Which is great. I mean, not really useful outside of this immediate situation, but funny and works. So that's great. Chip of Fools says Maggie FBK. Chip of Fools being another Bosch work.
I think it's like tangential. It works with the Bosch, but it doesn't work with the free tier system of afterlife.
Yep. We have the Garden of Eden from Harry Hardy. Catholicism, says Red Quixote. Is that how that's pronounced? I'm not sure.
Get a little check on that. These are good. This is starting to heat up, I think.
Do let me know. Well, keep those coming in. We'd be absolutely delighted that Money Fuck, says Kit Sullivan, putting, unless there's something that I'm missing there, probably a suboptimal amount of imagination and effort into that one, but very much appreciated for its brevity and
taking us down a snake there.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Keep those coming in. Money fuck is good. I will admit to being a big fan of that. If you fancy explaining your reasoning behind that, Kit, please do get back in touch. So heading over to the Cotties, the Coiner of the Year awards, we have obviously already last week covered the best bimetallic coin. Had a look at those, including for my money. Well, okay, the Austrian coin was a banger.
Yeah.
So there's the Austrian.
Absolutely dominated the category.
Yeah, and the only coin to currently one of two coins that is presently in Valuehalla is the Tobble Thinker, the Kazakh coin, which was also nominated for best bimetallic coin. None of the others have gone into Valuehalla as yet. So we move on to most artistic coin.
This will be a good one.
If you wanted to have a bet, how many of these would you say are in circulation? I'd probably say none of them.
I got to say, unless Britain's in the game, I doubt any of these coins will find their way into pockets, into the high street chains. Yeah. Being spent down at Wagamama's or in a pachinko parlor or wherever it is people spend coins.
Yeah. How often do you spend yours in a pachinko parlor?
Never yet.
Never. Okay. I don't even know what one of those is.
It's a sort of Japanese gambling, like,
okay.
you know what I mean? Really noisy. You get a big bucket.
Right.
You play with you're gambling with sort of ball bearings, trying to get lots of ball bearings in holes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you like to tie your entertainment directly to the gaining or loss of money, then it's good fun.
Great. Well, that's a recommendation from the stream here. Go to a pachinko parlor and tie your enjoyment to the loss or gaining of money. So, hello, Josie Hypatia. Lovely to have you with us. If I can't get a Greg's vegan sausage roll with it, can it really be called a coin, says Josie. Big question, which I think we'll allow the chat to answer as well.
Yeah, I'm in favour of that, though. I think that's my consistent position on this stream. If you can't spend it, and I think, fine. I think tying it to the vegan sausage roll is a little bit, you're kind of hobbling yourself there with the availability also of a vegan sausage roll. But yeah, as a test.
No, I'd agree with that.
Because I bet that if you went into a Greg's with, say, we've had this debate before, but with Scottish currency, you'd have problems. But
you would, yeah. I mean, I think if you went into a Greg's with any of these coins, you probably wouldn't be able to get a vegan sausage roll with them. But that is simply because of them not being legal tender in this country. So I think that's a stumbling block.
You could maybe get a sausage bean melt, I reckon, if you really begged, because they make a lot of those.
They're a tenner penny or a 100 per dollar you add.
It's like £1.20, isn't it?
Yeah. So which one of these do you fancy taking first up?
I just want to go straight through it.
Straight through.
Let's Canada Eagle Feather. Let's just get eyes on what the general vibe of this category is.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I can't even envisage what. Because all the coins we've seen are artistic, so I don't really understand.
Is it Canada 238? Was it 2382 or 2838? 2838.
Oh, sorry.
I've got a terrible memory for figures. 2838.
I wasn't looking.
$20. Or was it $10? God.
Eagle Feather.
$20 Eagle Feather. God damn. Let's take a look.
Oh.
You fucking what?
Wait, what?
You fucking what?
we've got that lovely LGBTQIA2 coin cropping back up again in the corner.
Is that cropping up in the corner?
Good to see
yes,
that back
it was.
on.
Yeah, the Canadian coin. This is bloody hell.
It's a feather.
It is a feather, isn't it? That
For a
cannot
start.
be denied. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say.
I'll be honest.
Go for
Yeah,
it,
you
please.
go.
Well, I was just going to say that whatever the artistic merit of the coin or the sort of innovative thought process that has gone into making a coin in the shape of a feather, that is, of course, immediately downgraded a little bit by having, the being required to bung the queen in the centre of it.
That's exactly my thought. Yeah, you don't need Her Majesty in there. She's not adding to it. You wouldn't see her on an eagle feather out in the wild.
No, and if
why
you did,
why have we got her here now?
If you did, you'd have to ask some bloody big questions.
Really big.
Yeah.
Like like life-changingly big.
Is there a sort of guerrilla wing of the RSPB that is going around kind of tagging birds with Her Majesty in order to try and ramp up, build the profile of the Queen and the bird community?
Yeah, or is it some sort of Animorphs style scenario where the Queen is morphing into a single feather?
Yeah.
On an eagle, and in that case, who the hell are these other feathers?
Well, yeah.
And where are they going?
And this is interesting. This appears to be, so if we look at this side again, that is the on side, because it has the value.
So the on side.
It's the on side. It's got the value.
Crap.
But it also has the queen on, so it's the off.
And then what's on the other side? Just nothing.
You fuck all, yeah.
I don't like that at all. I don't think this is a coin, quite frankly. What? Take the queen off it. What about it is a coin?
Well, it says $20.
So what? You could write that on anything. Vivienne Westwood's probably done that on a dress.
Yeah. So yeah. So obviously this is not going to be considered. I mean, maybe it is technically legal tender, but I don't think you'd be able to buy whatever the.
You walk into a Canadian.
Yeah. Tim Hortons.
You would have to flip it. You'd have to show them the Queen's face. Is the only way this is possibly going in that register.
I think you're getting laughed out of the shop. 9 times out of 10.
10 times out of 10, I think.
Yeah. Bold.
Yeah.
Pissing Myself points out that you could slice a Greg's vegan sausage roll with this coin.
Depends how big it is.
Well, I mean, you could either slice it or you could
stab it repeatedly.
Incrementally kind of cut it in half, I'd imagine. It might take some labour and it might be quite messy, and particularly if you've got a sort of flaky pastry on the sausage roll, then it might be far more trouble than it's worth. But I reckon it is technically possible.
Yeah, maybe. I think that takes it even further away from the realm of being a coin, now that it could serve the function of a knife.
What's some other utility? Well, you know what? I think actually that you would be able to probably get through a sausage roll with this as well, so maybe.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, we are now back into the realms of knife money, which, as we know, is legal tender in ancient China.
Yeah. Josie says this would also fit in the most likely coin to get stabbed by category.
Other than knife money, yeah.
Yeah. Other Josie says this is the middle stage on a Regal Animorphs book cover, which is good. Queenimorphs is the follow-up suggestion to that. And there's a further follow-up. Did the Queen Mum have a special coin shaped like a fishbone?
I don't know.
What's that referencing? Did the Queen Mother choke on a fishbone or something?
Oh, it sounds like she did. But
I hope so.
Wow.
Oh, look, it's a long time in the past. You can speculate. Kit Sullivan says the inventor of the cash register drawer is rolling in his grave / drawer, relating to the shape of the feather money. I assume, I don't know whether it's possible to check whether. So it does appear that there may be a sort of slight curvature to that as well. Looking at it there,
Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah, kind of bows up, doesn't it?
Has Goblin come back? Hello, Goblin.
Yeah, sorry. Hello, mate.
That's
sorry, he's
fine.
supposed to be somewhere else, but he's not.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's perfectly fine with me. In fact, I think the viewers might appreciate a bit larger Goblin. No, he's still there. There you go.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Josie says, please cancel me if it is too soon for Queen Mum / Fishbone jokes. No cancellation forthcoming from me. However, cancellation is a democracy. So if
I think hold out till we understand what it's in reference, because I don't understand the link at all. Not being a royalist. Well, I suppose there's no barrier to knowledge, but yeah, put that into Google.
Yep.
She got a little fishbone lodged in her, did she?
Bloody hell, she looks pretty pleased with herself as well.
God, she's a bit. You forgot sort of how she looked, didn't you?
Yeah, you do. This is from the 25th of January 1999, published at 9:45 GMT. The Queen Mother has undergone a minor fucking hell. A minor operation to stop bleeding from her nose.
That's a nosebleed.
The
Call it a
98-year-old
nosebleed.
is recovering at Sandringham after surgery at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. Doctors cauterised her nose under local anaesthetic. She was now fine.
It's really not cauterised it.
Good health. Well, just whatever bit with
burnt
bleeding. Yeah.
Sealed it shut. Burnt the flesh.
Yes. She had a couple of nosebleeds.
Where did she get this fishbone stuck exactly?
Well, I don't know. I'm feeding back on your system again, which is.
Sorry, let me sort this guy out because he's getting in the way of the money.
I don't know. It's pleasant that. It was nothing serious. She was treated as an outpatient.
I got to say, this is a crazy thing to have made a reference.
Right. Tell you what, this wasn't even the fishbone incident.
Oh, okay, good.
The fishbone incident occurred in 1993, May 1993. She got a fishbone lodged in her throat while staying at Balmoral. And they took that out. Over recent years, she has suffered ulcers on her left leg and problems with her hips, which made walking difficult. And she had a cataract removed from her left eye in July 1995. So, best wishes to the Queen Mother, wherever she is.
She's dead.
She's
I don't
dead.
think it's the kind of thing you would make currency out of, to be absolutely honest with you.
Yeah. However, if you were, it might take on this shape.
So we're just having the cat removed. Security's been called.
That was very good there.
He was knocked over my moon. So.
Oh. We've got a few comments here. Baldy provides what I think is a sort of emoji of Tom Walker's cat, and then the word daddy, implying that you're a cat daddy, I believe. And
a cat daddy.
Indeed, Tom Walker's cat does look a bit like yours. Josie always appreciates a cat on screen. Is Sam's cat a David impersonator? Asks Josie to Baldy. So we're not going to get involved in that comment. Let them conclude that themselves. Yes, okay, David is Tom Walker's cat. Okay, great. And Josie appreciating the design of the BBC News website, including the old red star of socialist Britain. Sadly.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't really know.
Through.
And Harry Hardy is glad that the Queen Mother's doing okay now. Great stuff. So that was the feather coin. Not Not great, as far as I'm concerned. Looked good in the
Not
first
a
place.
coin.
But
Not a coin as far as I'm concerned.
the more you come to consider it, the more it sort of falls apart as a concept and as a coin. Next we have the China KM2487. What was it? 2487.
Auspicious culture.
80 yuan. Auspicious culture. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, it must be. Look, it must be this one.
Yeah,
That's the most artistic, isn't it?
that's it, isn't it? It looks like they've got a history of doing this. Because there's a 2018 one as well.
For the same thing, auspicious culture.
Looks like it.
Okay.
But this is, I believe, the 2019 one.
Can't be that auspicious for culture if you're constantly coming back to the same well.
No.
Okay, here it is again. Our auspicious culture. Heart-shaped coin.
Yeah, it's got some things embedded in it, appearing to be sort of the eyes of a little kind of mandarin duck. I don't know. It looks a little tacky.
I mean, the cutting out around the edges isn't doing it any favors.
No, I know. It would be good if we could find
the rendering of it is. Yeah, maybe this is a much better one to look at. I think let's do them justice.
Well,
The corner's still an absolute mess.
we don't know when this is from. So it looks like all of these 80 yuan auspicious culture coins are heart-shaped and have some sort of animal in the centre. So we've got some goldfish there, we had some mandarin ducks on the other, and this one blows my theory out of the water by having no animals on it.
Could be the offside.
Could be the off, yeah. Let's see if there's a better...
I think I spied one that had the on and off, actually.
Did you?
On one of these. Yeah, I think you had it on one of these related searches. Click on the koi again.
Koi, okay. Yep. Well, I thought I'd clicked on the koi. I apologise for...
They might not be koi, so I have to apologise if anybody knows their fish. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's 2017. What am I talking about? So that's...
Oh, okay.
Right, so maybe the one with the...
Put 2021 in there. Just whack a quick 2021.
Well, it would be the 2019 coin.
Really? Took them 2 years to do this award?
Yep.
Flipping heck.
So the 2019 one, they appear to have not bothered making it a heart. It's got a cat and a butterfly on it. On the on side, on the off side, we've got a sort of variety of different sort of things. I'm not. Really
it's like a sort of mandala with what looks like to be some Chinese writing.
Got a couple of comments on the heart-shaped coin when we thought that was it. Plectrum coin says, pissing myself. Harry Hardy points out that it looks like a real-life Bitcoin.
You've just reminded me when I was 14, for my girlfriend, for our year anniversary, bought me a silver heart-shaped plectrum.
Wow.
Metal.
And you've still got it, I'm sure.
I think it might still be, in my memory box back at home. She broke up with me about 2 weeks later. I don't know why.
Because you played a terrible song with her thoughtful gift.
Here's the thing. As a plectrum, it absolutely fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it as an object because obviously it came to represent so much about love and heartbreak for a sort of a burgeoning teenage boy. And I used to, try and write these atrocious love songs with it, but it would just cut through strings.
Really? Shit.
It was metal. It was
So there was no give.
Metal, sharp metal. It was horrible. Yeah. And what it meant was it would sort of conduct, you'd play it against the nickel and it would vibrate, in that way that makes your teeth clench.
Yeah, that sounds dreadful.
Yeah. I played music like that for like 2 years.
Just got some comments to catch up on. Queen Mum bled the bright red juice of Marxist rhetoric from her powerful nostrils, says Josie. Josie Russell says, I'm personally hoping the Palau coin delivers. Real life Bitcoin, we've covered that, which the Heart coin, I think, did. This category should be called utility, not most artistic, as we've got, two coins with separate functions, plectrum and potentially shite cutting implement. Too shiny.
Yeah.
Nah, says Kit Sullivan. Then comments Goblin coin. And speaking of which, Goblin is back. Hello,
yeah,
Goblin.
feeding him had no effect on his desire to...
That's fair enough. Goblin is welcome,
near me.
I think.
I'll try and keep his ass away from the mic.
Oh. Lovely Goblin. Josie proposes the butterfly meme, but with "Is this cat auspicious?" as the text. Petition for a dedicated Sam's memory box stream. I believe that probably would be intruding on Sam's privacy. But
I think, to be honest, it's just like old gig tickets and like horrible cards that I've written to, girlfriends.
Right.
Back when people, when you used to write all your feeling cards.
No.
You never written a love card?
Nope.
Are you crazy? Are you sure?
Nope, I'm just reserved.
That's what cards are for. That's where you put all your emotions you could never get out in real life onto the stupid card. And you make it yourself. You get a big, thick bit of card, you fold it in two, you draw something like cutesy and twee on the front, and then inside you write this like massive 2-page block of crap. And then on the back, you kind of do like a funny Hallmarks rip-off where you're like, copyright, Sam, 2005.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll fuck it. My parents are moving out actually next week, so I've got to go pick up all of this old baggage that I've left behind.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe we should go through that at some point. That'd be great.
Separate stream.
Yeah, we can do that on a Friday. Really get stuck into it.
Yeah, it's not really for coins. It's not really about coins.
Brian May uses a coin as a plectrum, and he never complains about it.
It's true, actually. Yeah, I think he does. I think that's probably where she got the idea.
Yeah, probably a different class of guitarist. Oh, you wouldn't be able to show these memory box stalker cards on Twitch if they're copyrighted, says Josie.
They're not. What's copyright? Oh, because I've copyrighted it as a joke. Well, I'm the copyright holder of my own turgid love memories.
Turgid love memories sounds like I don't know, Prince album.
The title of the stream, right? It's the title of the stream.
Yeah. We've only done 2 coins so far. I think we should. So Josie Russell is keen to see the Palau coin. I would like to see the Swiss coin, and I'd imagine that the Nano Panda Tanzania 1,000 shilling coin would be pretty good. So, are there any others there? Ooh,
let me see them.
Cook Islands. Oh, sorry, yeah. The Cook Islands.
The Cook
trapped.
Islands was the one that immediately caught my eye. Just as being, a place that I don't think we often see crop up in this competition.
No.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Oh, my God. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Can you imagine sending that in? I think we're in with a shot this year, boys. Holy shit, man. What a rough year for the Cook. What was going on in the Cook Islands?
They were trapped, weren't they? Oh, fuck. Fuck. So, obviously, you've got this one with the bloody Queen on it, and then you've got the one with the fucking...
Oh, it's not even like the on-off side, is it? You've still got the queen. So is it the queen herself?
The Queen.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's the Queen. Oh, maybe it's the Queen's soul. Maybe it's the Queen and Prince Philip's souls
That's
trying
what
to
I'm.
escape from their aged mortal forms
Absolutely.
and get busy going to hell.
This is.
I think these are going into metallurgatory.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, what the fuck? It just goes against like everything a coin should be, right? Like, I'm sorry, I think we have been incredibly open on this show to new ways of interpreting and using currency, but
Yeah.
I do not want to see. I would not want to see this.
Well, I think maybe this could be considered to represent how we are all trapped in this capitalist system, relying on this money, and I think that's nice.
No, I think it's perfect for metallurgatory because it is either like the greatest coin of all time or it's absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
And so I think it needs to go.
Yeah.
It needs to purge.
I'm 100% with you there. So let's just head on over to metallurgatory. I'll be honest, I was not expecting the tripartite ass of government to have any
A friend so soon.
company in metallurgatory at all, but the
Yeah.
Cook Islands trapped coin is...
Is it possible to find out any more information? Like, I really feel like whatever they were thinking, they can't have just submitted this without some form of brief or like a short bio to explain exactly what the fuck. I was imagining some sort of like twee Captain Cook stuff.
Yeah, no, get fucked. You've got somebody's soul trapped inside a coin.
Yeah.
And I'd
It's
imagine...
absolutely, it's
Probably, I know it's a 2019 coin, but if they minted it in 2020 as well, then I'd imagine you'd probably be fairly trapped on the Cook Islands. What with COVID and that,
they're probably all spending this now.
This has really set the chat alight. Ringu coin almost spat out my food. David Kroinenberg. Good old Cook Islands, no wonder they're a tax haven if their money looks like that. Videodrome coin nightmare. Josie Russell, in concurrence with us, is suggesting that this one belongs in metallurgatory. Kruger coin. Simon had a smelting accident coin, says Kit Sullivan. Heads or tails replaced with heads or haunted heads. Tony C. Comedy says this is what happens when you owe the Queen back tax. Welcome to everyone who has recently contributed to the chat for the first time. Lovely to have you with us. Could you use it in a Greg's though? Says Arid Tracks.
You wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't. You get laughed out. I think like you would get shouted
Or screamed out.
Scream, yeah.
And it would be the
absolutely.
coin doing the screaming as well. You've slapped it down on the counter, and then the coin has independently started making an ungodly sound.
Yeah, it's exactly what you would think with the coin. You place it down. It would be like when it's queen side up, it's all fine, and the moment you flip it, just this starts emitting from it.
This is right. Okay, so imagine that if the makers of Jumanji had also made Monopoly. This is the coins that you're having in the bank.
It does. It feels a bit like whoever was supposed to turn in the design for this coin, like fell into the smelter, and then like they came along and they found his body, and they were like, "Oh, this must be what he wanted. This must be his design. Let's put it in."
God,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or he's made some Faustian pact like the night before he's not made it, and he said something along the lines of, "Oh, all I wanted was to put my heart and soul into this coin," and then Mephistopheles has been like, "Ah ha ha, got you there." You shouldn't say stuff like that You idiot.
You should be bloody careful, my friend.
Yeah.
As I imagine Mephistopheles sounds. I'm just about to open my second beer, which I believe is possibly the only remaining beer. It's, just if we wanted a beer update. Unfortunately, it is a remnant from a Tex-Mex brunch that we had on Saturday, and it was a sort of joke present for my friend. It is a Desperados. I'm just about to drink a big Desperados.
You're not going to put a bit of wedge of lime in that?
No, I'm not.
That's the only thing that really makes it tolerable. Beer update on my end. I've thoroughly enjoyed the Colonel. I've been sipping it very slowly. This Galaxy stuff, Pills, yeah, it's nice, very fruity, very flavoursome. It's a good heavy. This is the kind of thing I would expect to get down a pub in Angel, which I believe is actually probably where I've seen this the most. That one, there's a nice pub in Angel where they, they do it proper. They chalk up all of the different beers, and you can buy them by the half and by the third and whatnot.
Yeah.
This feels like I feel like I'm sat outside whatever the name. I think it's probably just the Prince of Wales. That one, sat outside the Prince of Wales on a hot summer evening, having a half pint of 6% beer with some good friends, and one of my friends is about to go to the bar for another. And he's saying, "What do you want?" And I'm looking up at the board, and I'm saying, "Oh, but I'll put stuff same again."
And the Colonel's probably the cheapest option there, but it's still £6.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, yeah, I think you've definitely come out on top in the beer stakes there. The Desperados, of course, I've had it before, but the first sip, it really is just a bit too sweet.
And it's one of those ones that smells like weed. It's like Stella's like that, and Desperados is like that. You pop them, and the gas just
like
reeks.
Weed, does it?
Smells like weed.
Not an experience that I am able to relate to, but beer. Hadn't noticed. Maybe I haven't been popping and immediately huffing.
You have to huff. You have to huff pretty quick.
Tony C says, "What were they token?"
This is not. This is like some bath salt style fucking design session. This is not. No one on weed made this.
No.
Look at it bagged up there. Get that picture up where it's bagged. I don't know why that makes it even more horrifying. I think you can really see the detail on it.
Make it worse, doesn't it? Jumon J. I'm assuming that J is
slang.
Yeah, something like that. Harry Hardy.
Do you remember that advert they used to run at the start of films in the cinema sometimes, where it would just be a big long list of all the police terms for weed?
I don't remember that. Again, no.
I'd say
Clearly,
it's a really funny advert. It was just like a silent pitch. Do you know when you go to the cinema, and it's before they even play the trailers, and it's just silent, still images. There was one. It was like a fact one, or maybe like an Ask Frank or whatever. And it was just like a long bullet point list of all the different slang street names for weed.
How many?
It was quite funny.
How many can you remember?
Like marijuana, toke, hash, grass, Johnny Sticks, Silent J's, conical fun.
Yeah, conical fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. Thomas for Toke Engine.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
A Gunther.
Yeah. It was just a really good advert to look at if you were in a certain frame of mind. Really got you in the mood for the film.
We had brownies before going to see Cats 2019 in the cinema.
God.
It was
before or after they fixed it?
Pre-fixing.
Pre-fixed.
We
Cats.
saw it before it got fixed, which was tremendous. Truly tremendous. We were,
the hands, Judi Dench's hands.
Judi Dench's hand, all the other bits.
I gotta say, like, Cats was such a gift that we didn't realise, like going into the world that we were about to go into. Cats just left us on such a cultural high.
Yeah.
Whenever I think about like what we're fighting for, at the moment with wanting to get back to making and getting the cinemas back open and everything. I just think like, and quite sincerely that, you know, like Cats is not, it's such a joyful experience, and it's one of those ones that's only joyful in a cinema. You
Yeah,
know?
you wouldn't want to watch it at home. I don't think. I think you
You
need
want
to
to
be.
see it as close up as possible.
Yeah, really huge, every terrifying, horrible detail, just really magnified, really coming at you. And it was. We saw it at Peckhamplex in Peckham, and there were a few other people in there. It wasn't rammed, obviously, because the word about the film had got around. But yeah, other people in the cinema were angry with us by the end, given how much we'd all been just pissing ourselves laughing.
Oh, they were there to really enjoy it.
Some were, and then some maybe found the level of enjoyment that we were enjoying it with gauche.
You should wait till it comes out of the Prince Charles.
Yeah, that would be great.
Go see it then.
Palau. We wanted to see the Palau coin. Palau KM603.
Yeah, we've this coin's been saved, right? I fucking love this coin.
Yeah, don't
I
worry.
want this coin.
It's in Metallurgatory. Fear not. There you go.
Absolutely terrifying. So scary. Can we? Sorry, I did. Do you know what? If you want to look at the Palau one, I am just gonna on my own end just Google if there's any more information behind like what it is about.
Yeah. Please do go right ahead. $10. Ugh. Oh.
Let's have a look. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Looks like it's gone off.
I mean, that looks like some sort of as kind of the shock image that you get passed around at in IT. That's got a kind of goatsy vibe to it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Just, I'm sorry, Josie. I know that you were keen to look at the Palau coin, but that it looks like a wound. It does.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's
What's going on around the rim? Does it say Poppy on it?
It does say Poppy, and then I think this is the other side, and proper goatsy coin. Yeah, $10. I don't like how dollar is represented there by the dollar sign. I don't. That font looks a bit. I don't know. The font looks bad there.
Rainbow's End is interesting, but I'm wondering if this is just the normal sigil of, maybe not sigils, maybe not the right word, but crest of Palau.
Yeah.
Because that's really nice. You've got fucking what's his name? Not Neptune, but the lad, the Greek lad, Poseidon,
yeah.
sitting with some merms.
Here, this looks. I mean, talking of, we've already had some sort of Cronenberg chat so far today, but this looks like some sort of kind of fleshy portal that you can. I don't know. I'm envisaging a Cronenberg film in which
a sort of naked lunch style scenario.
Reach into that and get something out of it.
Really fuck your hand up.
Yeah.
Just a quick update on the trapped coin.
Yeah.
I'm on minteduk.com. It's sold out apparently, but I can no word on why they've done it, but I can say that it's included in the categories of faith and spirituality, and that it comes in a box with a man in very kind of like stark contrast release shushing you like this.
Right. Oh, I think I saw that. I did think I saw a picture of that. Didn't look at it. That's fascinating. I don't know how it necessarily relates to faith.
No, well, it says the coin embodies the universal nightmare, fear of being trapped, physically or mentally, with no way out. The oppressive image of a trapped person is skillfully implemented on the 1 ounce fine silver coin. So it doesn't say why they've done it, but it does kind of, does suggest that
Yeah.
they're aware of what they were up to.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope they would be, and that they weren't doing this in some sort of fugue state. If you were, like, you're working at the mint, then you lose a few hours, and you wake up and you discover that you've minted this. You've got to ask some questions.
I don't understand. It's that like people love coins, so why when you Google coins are there just no why is there just like no insightful discussion about what the hell is going? Bloody hell, it costs 120 euros. Fuck that.
Good lord. Few more comments in the chat on the topic of the Palau coin. Burroughs typewriter says 8 arid tracks. Josie is surprised that we haven't had more coins like this around Remembrance Day. I think I'm surprised that we haven't had more Remembrance Day coins. I'm not entirely surprised that we haven't had more Remembrance Day coins in this style, because I think it's fairly self-evident as to why.
I'll tell you, the big themes that we've seen cropping up have been moon landing and Berlin Wall. Have just been on everybody's mind, clearly, coming up to the 2021 Cotties. I just don't think Remembrance Day, it's not... and I got to say, absolutely, if this is 2019, for that not to be with the centenary, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
So I think you can see down the bottom here, you've got some guys, some war guys, soldiers, looking to do some business.
War guys.
Yes, some war guys. Pissing Myself says, are we going to need multiple layers of metallurgatory for these grim specimens? If I were to put this coin anywhere, I would be putting it straight into the Hall of Bad Money. I'm sorry. I don't think this...
I don't think it really... I don't know. For me, it doesn't... Not... I don't know. Like, it's not the worst coin I've ever seen.
Tempted to not put it anywhere. I don't think that's... Oops.
I think generally, like, flowers and birds, it just washes over me like so many beers. It just doesn't...
Yeah, but this is quite an upsetting sort of tactile rendering of a flower, I think, is what the colours and what I imagine to be the sensation of kind of touching this coin are what marks it out for me.
It'll be horrid.
Yeah. You don't want to be sort of idly running your fingers through that in your pocket.
Yeah.
But I'd say unless we've got any strong arguments for putting that in the Hall of Bad Money, I'm probably not going to put it anywhere. Josie says, I'm assuming, referring to the Cook Islands coin, I'm assuming they did it to make people so scared to give their money away. Harry Hardy says, wonder if there'll ever be a Tub Girl coin or a Lemon Party coin.
I mean, there's a cryptocurrency boom going on right now. If Dogecoin can be a thing.
Being in a maths lesson, and I hadn't seen a Tub Girl, but some others had, and they were describing it to our friend Tim, and he found it so incredibly funny that he nearly had a sort of asthma attack. He was kind of wheezing, laughing for a good sort of 5 or 10 minutes, and he was like completely out of control.
Oh dear. It sounds like the kind of thing that would happen in secondary school.
Yeah, and it did. So entirely
things are very funny.
Tony C says, look at Cook Island Trap Attack coin.
Trap Attack? There'll be more of them. Oh my god. Oh no. It is an attack. So it's like a story. Is what we're looking at,
so
right?
Is this the box that you were talking about?
That's the box that it comes in, which is just like, I mean, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's obviously very, very wrong. It looks like one of those adverts for like anti-piracy adverts from the early 2000s. You know what I mean? Where they would try to scare you. It looks like one of those like don't.
So you reckon that guy's saying don't steal a film.
Well, that guy's a fucking vampire.
Yeah,
if you look.
good point. Good point.
No, sorry, I was talking about specifically about
steal
the
a
man
film,
on the box.
but I am about to steal your blood.
Well, I think sorry, I was talking specifically about the man on the box, but yeah, the coin. I feel like now what we're seeing is a story. I don't know where the hands come in, but certainly we've got the person alone, trapped, and if that's not horrifying enough, you know, whilst trapped beneath this surface of money, he now feels a presence, and suddenly to his side, a fucking vampire emerges and attempts to kill him. I imagine the hands is probably the last shot as he is dragged down into the sort of infinite blackness of the interior of the coin. To be lost forever within the sort of vampiric capitalist system. I got to say, I agree with whoever it was in the chat who said for a tax haven.
Yeah,
making a coin about the idea of being trapped within money is weird.
Yeah.
Freudian.
Quite.
Or Jungian, I'd even go so far as to say.
Would you? Bloody hell. Yeah, fuck me. Those have rather knocked me for 6, I think.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a look at the Swiss KM175 20 franc 100th anniversary of circus.
Anniversary of the circus.
KM175.
Definitely. In an artistic category, you'd be expecting quite big, bold strokes here.
Well, where the fuck is it?
Yeah. Be more specific. Oh, there's the Berlin Wall coin.
Yeah, so
we could have a quick look at that.
20 franc. Well, let's look at it then.
Well, I hope it's not that. I mean, surely not. It says fucking Helvetica on it.
Yeah,
they've included the font.
It's the Helvetic Republic.
What?
Switzerland. It's the Helvetic Republic. Let me just.
Helvetica's not just a font.
No.
What?
No, come on, man. There you go.
Okay.
In Swiss history, the Helvetic Republic represented an early attempt to impose a central authority over Switzerland, which until then had consisted of self-governing cantons. And there is its flag.
Ironically, not in Helvetica.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, you learn a little.
That's great. Yeah. I learned a lotto.
Well,
that's brilliant. Helvetic.
So Josie's pointed out that this little fella's got quite a big smile. He's quite happy, which is, you know, a pretty far removed from the clowns that we have these days, who are all
a bunch of saddos, aren't they?
Miserable because they've paid £9,000 to be yelled at by an old French goblin.
Yeah, pay to go and learn how to clown in a little cult where you got to touch each other every morning.
Whereas this guy is just balancing the name of his circus on his knee. And looks bloody happy about it.
It's because he's made a lovely pun. It's simple. It's to the core of comedy. Yeah. Who's not happy about
that? Now, this is included in the most artistic coin. Do you think that is simply because it has some colours on it?
I got to be honest. I don't really understand because we've seen a lot of coins in this competition that come with coloured versions. We've talked, of course, you know, in the past about even 50p's. The Beatrix Potter coins can come coloured.
Yep.
We saw the LGBTQIA2 Quebec or whatever it was, Canadian coin. That was colourful. What? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, but like, if you can't even find something beyond the original proof of concept for this coin, it doesn't look like they bothered to even make this fucking thing.
No, you can't actually see any. Also, it lives on a stamp.
Right. Okay. Well, this isn't, the stamp awards for
No,
Sotties.
you're
This is the
absolutely right. This
Cotties.
is the Cotties.
Frankly, I mean, I don't know who, did whatever to get this in here, but that is that is trash.
How about this
Do you think
Barry
this is
coin?
a in memoriam? I mean, honestly, I don't even want to. I don't have anything to say about it. Like, it just means nothing. It's just crap. It's just a crap coin.
There's Wilhelm Tell.
Yes.
Looking quite frightening.
Do you think is this the same as William Tell?
I assume so.
I mean, he's got an arrow. He looks like he's
got-
apologising.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. Oh shit, that was close.
Oh, bloody
Sorry,
hell.
didn't see you
not
standing
see
underneath
it.
that apple there.
Shit.
What's that on your head?
Fuck, are you okay? Bloody hell, if I'd got you with this packs a punch, this crossbow. Look what it did to
Sorry,
that apple.
I just got this for my birthday. I was just testing it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
God.
Shit.
Yeah.
Look at that. Straight through, though. Wow. It works.
Josie has found a press release for the clown coin.
Oh, my God. I mean, it would need it. You would need to do a lot of fucking behind-the-scenes promo to get this in an award.
So,
Who is this coin's agent? That's what I want to.
this guy,
Yeah.
Remo Mascherini, who is the post. He occupies the post of engraver at Swiss Mint. He has designed this. Hello. Siri's getting a laptop. Effigy, 100 years of circus knee. Remo Mascherini, technical data. Silver alloy 0.835. Weight 20 grams. 33 mils. Legal face 20 Swiss franc.
Yeah.
At least it looks like real coin there.
I'm getting the very strong impression that this crappy clown is the official logo of the circus, in which case I've got to say that absolutely nothing artistic about this coin. If you've taken someone's logo, whacked it on a fucking coin with a star and a spotlight, get another job. Honestly, quite frankly, get another job.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be working in the industry that you're working in. This is a disgrace.
Yeah. So I think we're... So the value side, the on side, hasn't been changed at all from the others. You can see they all say Confederatio Helvetica.
And it's disgusting layout as well, by the way.
Yeah. So, they weren't allowed to do anything about that. The side that he did have kind of free reign with, he has... Basically, if you were doing a sort of poster on Word for Circus Knee, you could pretty easily come out with this, I reckon.
I think the thing, this is, I've changed my position. No opinions on this and didn't care to someone who's like actually genuinely getting quite angry. And I think what it is, for as a person, as a designer who has designed comedy posters for comedy artists at the Fringe, comedians and circus acts and so on, if I turned this in as a design to a prestigious circus company, the fucking length of the email I would get back in response, like just the absolute length of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the how low I would feel after reading that block of text.
Arid tracks.
And that would be for like, 200 quid or something. I bet this guy fucking paid for his second home with this design.
It's not wonderful. Arid Tracks, however, is coming back at you by saying, are you talking down a guy who completed 4 years of training with renowned relief engraver Klaus Graber?
I don't know Klaus Graber. I've not met them.
Well, I think we should see if he is real, for a start.
It's not looking good.
It doesn't look good. This could have been a joke that was intended to go no further. However, we're digging down into it now, so let's see which one of these men you feel would be most likely to be an engraver.
Third one for sure.
Right. He does a Whose
That's the
Line
second
Is
one
It?
along.
Yes, I know. I'm saying he does a Whose Line Is It Anyway style show at the Fringe.
Hold on. Yeah. Who's this chap? What's he done?
Oh, I don't know. This is the perhaps the Swiss Ray Mears.
Do you think who here's the comedy reviewer? I think the third one along's got the biggest. He's theatre critic kind of energy.
Yeah. Who's this?
He looks like he founded MySpace.
Fuck, he does. And there he's again. Who's this? Has this photo been slightly touched up?
It's been sort of touched up and then like wrongly squashed.
Übermich. Dr. Med. University. Klaus Kreber. Baldy says it's Klaus with a C. With a come on, guys. I don't know. Let's
Santa. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this guy is the master coin engraver.
I'm not buying this at all. I think we've been led down the garden path here.
Absolutely. That's Santa. We all know him.
Yeah, no, he's got nothing to do with coins. The clowns reminds me a lot of my grandparents' carnival merch, which might be why I'm warming to them, says Josie. Do tell us more about that if you feel moved to do so. Carnival merch sounds interesting. So we've done the Swiss.
Do you just mean like the big teddy bears, right? What? I mean, what's carnival merch? Stuff you win at the shooting range.
I don't know. It's carnival spelt with a K.
Oh.
Grandparents' carnival merch. So I'm assuming there's some story behind that. If there's not, I apologise for implying that the comment was more interesting than it was. Let us take a look at the Tanzanian KM114 1000 shilling Nano Panda.
Yeah, okay. And then let's find out who won.
Yeah. Let's just get it over here.
I mean, he's quite big, isn't he, for a nano panda?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what size the coin is.
Well, he's large in frame.
Yeah, large in frame, certainly, you're right. Difficult to get this any sort of bigger, and indeed that has cut off half of the coin, so...
Well, maybe that's...
Stick with this one.
Maybe it is maybe it's like a very small coin.
It would cost
That's the only way I can see this working.
It would cost you $998 if you wanted it.
No, well, I don't.
Okay, what material is it? It's silver with Pano technology plating.
Sounds like a pun.
Let's see what that is. What is plating?
I think it's a pun, or just a misspelling of nanotechnology. Because it's a panda. Pando neck tech. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I see what you're getting at. I don't know what value there would be to that.
Corner of the Year awards, didn't it? Have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
This is like the joke category for them.
Well, let's just see what won, shall we? I don't have any particular feelings about the panda coin.
Trapped. I'm for trapped.
You're for trapped. I'm for
trapped.
Okay. We've already been through the best crown, best circulating, best bimetallic, and the winner.
Oh.
We didn't look at it.
We didn't look at it.
We didn't look at it. It
Berlin Wall.
was
We
a slab
saw
of
it very briefly in related searches.
Well, we've already dismissed the feather on similar grounds.
It looks like this has got a whole third dimension to it as well.
Yeah.
A real protuberance issue.
Yeah.
For wallets, you'd have to keep the wallet. You'd have to keep it right in the ridge,
groove of,
in the groove. Yeah.
And then you wouldn't be able to close the wallet properly.
No, you'd have to get a bigger pocket.
Trapped scared the judges too much, suggests Josie.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Those who have... Sorry, didn't mean to go down that far. Those who have seen the fall of the Berlin Wall, silver €10, produced by the Monnaie de Paris, can readily appreciate its artistry. But the competition for this year's artistic category was so balanced that the top 5 coins were only separated by a 20-vote margin. They did not tell you what the top 5 coins were.
Or how many people are voting.
Yeah.
Because it must be like, 1,000 people for that to be significant. In which case, like, why are there 1,000 judges for this awards?
Don't know, mate. Do not know.
They should have like 7 people tops.
I'm bored of seeing the Berlin Wall in coins.
Yeah.
And
bored of seeing it up, bored of seeing it coming down.
Yeah. And I don't like this coin. I think this coin's toss.
I don't think it's a coin.
Well, no, yeah. First of all, that.
Yeah. And also, that's not an on-off side, is it? What's on the back of this coin? Those are 2 on sides.
Well, it's an on and an off, but
look at the angle.
Yeah, I get that. But that's got the value on it, and that's got the no value. So
they feel like 2 separate coins, though.
Yeah, that's shit. I don't like it.
The only good thing about this coin, I will say, is that from the image presented, it looks a little bit like you could snap it.
Yep. And that's.
And I like the idea of a crackable coin.
Yep. Okay. I mean, yeah, but it's a single. It's kind of single-use thing, and only one person gets the opportunity to.
Yeah, but I mean, Andy, who here, if they really thought about it, like, hasn't fantasized about just like cracking a coin? Do you know what I mean?
Josie has suggested something which might be a very valid suggestion. Josie has credited only you with the misunderstanding, whereas actually I had fallen victim to it as well. This coin is not 3D.
What?
So that's the on, that's the off.
And it's like boot shaped.
Yeah.
If you look at the drop shadow,
yeah,
it does kind of suggest that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I was taken for a sucker there as well.
Yeah, we might be back on track to respecting this coin.
Well, I still think I think the unconventional shape is. I don't know.
I think if you can do a little perspective joke, well, that's pretty cool.
I don't think it's necessarily a joke, is it?
Yeah, if it's perspective, it's a little prank, isn't it? You've pranked someone.
Well, I mean, it's only pranked us. I mean, if you were actually I imagine you're supposed to experience this coin live.
Yeah, but like it's a trick, isn't it? Like fundamentally, when you do something, you're pulling a prank. Like it's like a MC Escher style prank.
Yeah. Okay, so you're more in favour of it now.
Yeah, cause for a joke category like most artistic coin,
right.
For sure. Yeah.
I still don't like it, but I do like it more now that I realise what's going on.
The gag.
Yeah. Josie says it isn't a tiny silver laptop, which is I'm glad has been pointed out. Tony C says would make a great plectrum though.
No, well, you could even play a fucking bar chord with that.
Joseph says you've not really experienced a coin until you've seen it live. Harry Hardy says, does Sam consider the real life Berlin Wall a prank?
I don't know. It's quite a complicated question, isn't
It's a
it?
complicated prank.
Yeah, very complicated.
Yeah. Imagine pulling that off. Beadle.
Well, they
In the
did. They really did.
But imagine Beadle pulling it off. Imagine Jeremy
Yeah.
Beadle doing it. In the middle of the night, erecting a huge fucking wall through the centre of Berlin.
Yeah, well, it was a prank. It all came down.
Yeah.
Real gotcha moment.
Yeah. With a special celebrity guest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, all it was missing was like Hasselhoff coming out of Mr. Blobby costume. Blobby like crashing through the wall into East Germany.
Oh, that would have
They've
been...
got absolutely no conception, having never seen House Party. What the fuck is going on? He's screaming Blobby, 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 Blobby.
And he takes his hat off and he plays that song about getting in a car that he does.
Yeah, he plays his Christmas #1. It's Noel Edmonds. It turns out all along they don't know who Noel Edmonds is, having never seen him.
Josie says most Noel Edmonds Gotcha Oscars coin award. Probably have to be awarded to this. We haven't awarded any points so far today.
Oh yeah, points catch up. So where were we? I think Josie was on 4. Baldy was on 3. Hypatia. Some other people had points as well, I think.
Yeah.
Baldy definitely had 3. I had 2, I think.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who. Charlie Miller had a couple points as
Charlie
well.
Miller, yes.
Because he suggested all the good puns.
Yeah.
So I think he probably had 3 points for that.
Ooh.
And if anyone else can remember what points they had,
please
let me know. I did say at the time that it was really up to you.
Yeah. Baldy has put 3 blobby emojis in the chat, which are very much appreciated. Glad they exist. So do you want to go on to doing most innovative coin, or would you like to reveal your...
Yeah, I think as we're talking about the points-based system anyway, it'd be a good time for us to catch up with what we were talking about last week and what we've been doing since.
Okay. Well, would you like to sum it up? Because I think you've really taken the lead on introducing this theme of the stream, this feature.
Theme of the stream, yeah, sure. Well, I can't remember the whole story, but last week we were talking a lot about whether or not we could be currencies, and we were discussing, crypto and the rise of kind of new currencies with little umlaut.
Yeah.
And and we started this points-based system, and I just thought, wouldn't it be cool if people could trade in their points for
Wouldn't
currency?
it be cool if people could trade in their points for some currency?
Beach Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It took me a while. So basically, I suggested that it'd be a good idea if we made our own currency, and then I've spent all of Sunday morning making mine, and Andy was trying to cram his in the first 5 minutes of the stream, so I don't think he's done it, but I've made mine.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and bring them up on the. I don't know which we do on this one.
Wow.
So we've got a wow ready. So let me just open. I've
Do
just
the offside first.
downloaded them. I haven't managed to I haven't had a proper look. I've kind of seen that a huge amount of effort has clearly gone into them, but I haven't. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Fucking hell.
So this is the offside of my coin.
Yeah. That is That is quite something. And you've got it on a sort of background there as well.
Yeah, it's all about creating the sense of value with money and a sense of trust. So I just thought, a nice like blue felt it just said wealth to me.
Yeah.
Wealth and comfort and security.
I mean, that does look amazing. That is the Samoleon. That is the offside of the Samoleon.
Yeah, and we've got as discussed last week, my family motto.
Yeah. Baldy says, "Is that Deirdre from Corrie?"
No, it's me.
Oh,
You cheeky bastard.
I like how you've developed a little bit of a sort of, a
On again, off again rapport.
yeah, with Baldy, which is very nice. Josie is investing in Sam coin. The eyes follow you around the room, she said.
I used to have a picture when I was a kid. There was a picture of me that used to hung on my bedroom wall facing my bed, and I used to have a recurring nightmare about it, where the eyes would follow you, and then I would think, is it actually following me? And then the dream would always end with me turning around and then putting my head upside down between my legs, and then the picture of myself was upside down, and he would grow fangs and then fly out at me.
Let's get the onside. That sounds horrifying. I used to have a sort of a Nepalese mask on my bedroom wall, which I had one of my first ever nightmares about.
Yeah, it sounds like you were asking for trouble.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Well, it's my sister-in-law.
How old were you?
Not. I was probably I was at least 14.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, so hold on.
My first ever
So you didn't have your first nightmare until you were 14?
My first nightmare that I actually remember. It was very, very vivid. I keep trying to download this other coin, and it's not.
Oh yeah, the onside.
The onside. Very exciting. I'm having some trouble with it. Let's download that, please. Can we download it? So I've seen it now. I'm sorry, because it's
That's okay. We can.
And it looks absolutely tremendous. And you've even written onside on there, which I appreciate.
Well, hold on. Well, let's wait till we get it up.
Download blocked.
Oh wow. Okay, this is not a good.
So it seems to be suggesting
launch.
It seems to be suggesting that it's trying to download multiple files at once.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm trying to download this coin.
Clicked on it lots of times, maybe. This is like Elon Musk throwing that ball through the window of his Jeep.
Have you somehow managed to pop a virus or some sort of I don't know, Bitcoin mining thing in the?
No, I wouldn't sabotage my own launch in that way.
Well, I've no idea why this is happening then. Let me try closing the Gmail and then opening it again. So I don't know why that's happening. That has worked. That has worked, so that's good. Okay, so let's show everyone the onside. So,
yeah.
Have you done the first, not a Hozzy, not a Verti, but a sidewinder? Well,
this is the world's first tri-metallic sidewinder. Yeah. So on the back, it's obviously it's a pretty simple, Cupro nickel, whatever you call it, gold and silver. We've got orichalcum. We've got fucking adamantite, metallic, bimetallic. Flip it over though, it's trimetallic because this is a new metal now in the front of the coin. It's
you've invented a metal.
Yeah, it's a new digital metal, and it's sidewind. So when you flip it, you have to flip it onto its hozzy and then twist. So it's got a little arrow to help you orientate the coin.
Okay.
And it helpfully tells you as well that this is now the on side, so that the coin has been activated.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, I'm sorry, but you really have done incredibly well there. That is a spectacular looking coin.
Thanks.
I think you should be very proud of your work. I think you'll be even more proud of it when you see what is, I think, let's be honest, a work in progress. Which I will bring up in a second once I've exported it.
Oh wow! Okay, so this is fresh off the mint. This coin is still hot, warm to the touch.
Oh God! So I'd just like to. Baldy asks what the Z is for.
Well, you see, Baldy, it's SN. It's my initials with some sort of digital style bars across, and a sort of a Christ-like intertwining of the letters to, link this coin to not only the sense of sort of digital security, which I think is essential for any currency, but also to a faith-based kind of security, because people will need to have faith in this coin for it to work. And so for those of you familiar with graves, you will be able to see that I have sort of Christ a little bit in the presentation of my name.
So just see if there are any other comments there. So the Z has been dealt with. This new metal is the same colours as the genderqueer flag, says Josie. Baldy suggests that it calls to mind the Rangers badge.
Are they the one with that mascot, Sammy the Tammy?
Don't think they are.
Okay.
So do you want the off side or the on side of my coin first?
Let's go off. Well, I think we should always start with the off, right?
Okay.
But it's your call.
No, I'm with you there. Oh. Right. Okay. So it's huge, and I need to resize it.
It's a good start. You want your currency to be nice and big.
Fuck. Good lord.
It must be very big. Oh my god. Here it comes.
It's coming.
Like Jaws.
I mean, I think you're very much at advantage here because you know how to use sort of like image manipulation software. And
oh, nonsense. I just watched a couple of tutorials.
Yeah, well, I didn't have time. I had to make some bread.
Okay.
I wanted to put something else on there and also like make it better.
Yeah.
I didn't have any time. I had to find a blank sort of 50p, and then I couldn't find a blank 50p, so I had to find something else. I'm sorry. I wanted to do this well, but I just don't have the required skill set to do that. And that has never been more abundantly clear.
So, okay.
Than here. Oh, well, come on. Yeah, can
we get into it?
That little smirk. That fucking little smirk you're doing there. No one has ever been more keen to get into it and really, really get the boot in.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I got to be honest. Looking at some of the coins that were selected for the cotties, I could see this coin. I could see this coin in a couple of those categories worming its way in.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
It's not a million miles off the circus knee design, is it?
Let me show you the on-side.
Yeah.
Just before you get into it.
See what we're dealing with here. Okay. What type of animal is that?
It's a tapir.
Okay. I thought it was like a very strange cow.
No, it's a tapir.
Why have you gone with a tapir to represent
I like tapirs.
your currency?
Heads and
Okay.
heads and tapirs.
Fair enough.
Let's just catch up on the chat. On the subject of the coin that I had, the offside of my coin. Josie Russell feels like my coin should be called barter.
I gotta be honest. When we first talked about this, I was confident that you were going to go with the Andy bar and just take a gold bullion bar and then put your face at the end of it.
Right.
So
okay.
I'm surprised that you've gone for a sort of a 50p based.
Well, I thought the 50p was the most interestingly shaped coin that we have currently in circulation in this country.
Iraqi reference currency.
Dinar, yeah. Well, the dinara, that was the Yugoslav. Well, I've not got coin came up, but dinar is not specifically Iraqi.
I think a dinar is. If I'm going off.
A dinar is, but I think there are other countries which have.
Sure. Hey, absolutely.
Or,
I got to say, I've never seen, and I don't think we ever will see another coin that features the tapir as its state's animal.
I reckon there's a Malaysian coin that features will feature a tapir. I'd imagine. Or maybe a Brazilian coin as well. If Brazil has I think there's a sort of Amazonian tapir. I'm not sure, not entirely sure, but
the font is centered on this side, so props to you there.
That's because I did that slightly before the stream started, as opposed to the other side.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's obvious which side you were attempting to do the first 5 minutes.
I actually spent a lot more time whilst I was making Eritrean bread, trying to do the offside and trying to render myself in a sort of coin-like texture. But that took a lot of time, and
it's the hardest bit. It is the hardest bit. Yeah, I will say, from one minter to another, rendering yourself for the coin is pretty tough. It's tough going. You've got to emboss yourself in a special way that if you're not careful, really make you look quite scary.
Well, I just kind of grayscaled it and then used drop shadow. So that was what I did. And you can see why it pays to spend a little more time kind of thinking about and doing it. Tony C says, I never realised Andy's head was shaped like Michigan before. That was because the photo was taken. It was a photo used for my last Edinburgh show, and it was taken in quite a dark environment, so it was difficult to tell where my head ended and where the background began.
Surely you know your own head.
Well, but the program, GIMP.
Surely you can just eyeball it. Take a look at it.
Like I was trying to use the tool which sort of snaps to the outline. And, well, come on.
Yeah.
And,
you need to get a little eraser on that.
When I was cropping it, I thought that I would be better able to use the program to make it look better, but that was not borne out.
Yeah, that's often not how the programs. They don't do the sort of stick legwork for you.
Yeah, but I also am not capable of doing that legwork. So we have a great deal of enthusiasm in the chat for designing our own coins And in fact, there's a lot of chat that I've not caught up on at all. So both Josies are keen to design their own coin, so I will firmly encourage that. User-submitted coins next week, says Josie Hypatia. Yes, absolutely. Dean Barr not used to have an advert about armadillos, says Baldy, which I haven't...
Yeah, I think there is a lot of like
What?
I said there's a lot of justified confusion about what animal they.
Yeah, it's a tapir. Sorry, your sound went for a second there, so I couldn't quite tell. Josie Hypatia has found a tapir coin. So, 500
That's
ringgit.
me told.
500 ringgit. Wow! That's a Malaysian coin. There you go, 500 ringgit. Tony C has also found the 500 ringgit. That has just taken me to a different website which is not featuring the coin. Oh, no, it has. There we go. There you go.
All the way to the bottom.
Lovely
Very
stuff.
Nice.
1976, 500 ringgit. Brazilian coins are more like strips, says Baldy, referencing the pubic haircut. So, very good. Outer rim of coin equals soft. Inner section of the coin equals crunchy, suggests Pissing Myself.
So we're back on the bimetallic.
We've returned to that.
Inner, outer, soft and crunchy.
Soft and the crunchy. I mean, they're both.
I don't
they're both
see
hard.
that at all.
You don't.
They're both. Yeah, there's metal.
Yeah, I mean, Pissing
think-
Myself.
but
If you want to provide further justification for that suggestion, please do go right ahead. We would be very grateful for any attempt to
I do
justify
think
that.
what we're seeing here though is consistently that people want to eat coins, right? We're seeing pudding, jam, filling, soft, crunchy. People want to be able to polo. People want to be able to get these things in their maws
Yeah.
and crunch them.
Absolutely. That does seem like it is something that people want to do.
I would be able to make a promise to you that simoleons will be edible.
Wonderful. Well, even with the new metal that you've come up with, fucking hell, I hadn't actually realised the price of this coin. Which Josie Russell has pointed out. 4,000 Australian dollars.
No way.
Mental.
Yeah, absolutely
Pete and Orlise have joined us. Welcome along, Pete and Orlise. Lovely to have you with us. You missed Sam's tribute coin to Zorro, says Baldy. Something about a reference to Dime Bar. Is this a tapir? Yes, one sol. No Peruvian. A Peruvian coin with a tapir on it. So it's the Andean tapir.
I don't know if it's just like the picture that you chose, but all of these instantly, I'm like, yes, tapir, absolutely. But when I look at yours, that's just not. It's just not what I think at all.
Well, that's a tapir. That's a Malayan tapir.
I mean, I'm not a well-travelled. I'm not a boy of the world, but.
Well, neither am I. But
Yeah,
there you go. Look at that.
Wow.
Lovely animal.
Okay. Is it? I would have definitely gone for
Well, I mean,
that
there's
top
the
image.
picture. There's the picture. Well, I did try
There
that.
is the.
I did try that, but when I was trying to download it, it tried to do it as a WebEx or something like that.
Oh
web
god,
page
yeah, that
image.
fucks me off. Yeah.
And obviously, it would have been lovely to do the little baby Malayan tapir, which is an incredibly sweet little animal. But again, it's difficult just to find a proper picture.
Oh wow, they're a lot bigger than I thought.
They're fucking huge.
Okay, wow. I thought they were like marmoset.
No, they're big lads.
Shit, man, I gotta get out there. Once the lockdown's over, I'm off. I'm gonna go see a tapir myself.
There you go. They are great. I've probably told this story on one of the streams before, but when I went to Port Lim, years ago when I was little. One of the baby tapirs kind of got out of its enclosure and was just sort of trotting down the path next to me, and that's an extremely treasured memory.
What's the weirdest experience, or like out of body experience you've ever had at a zoo?
Out of body experience?
Yeah. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, you go to a zoo and sometimes just looking at an animal really freaks you out.
Don't know if I freaked out before. I remember chatting to a tamarin, a little golden tamarin. It was sort of squeaking, and then I'd squeak, and then it would squeak back at me. And we had a sort of conversation, except I don't know what either of us was saying. But I enjoyed it.
That sounds along the lines of, you just kind of lose civilized, or I guess like the end of your humanity that comes from years of civilization, and you sort of to a more animalistic state. Looking at all these animals. I once had a really strange experience described with a chameleon that was definitely like an out of body experience. It was climbing up the glass, and I was looking at it, and then suddenly it just turned its eye, like its limitless socket, towards me, and I just realized, like, in that moment, that I was looking into the soul of another living thing that was completely alien, and I don't know, it just freaked me the fuck. It just really freaked me.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what was happening, and whilst it was looking at me, everything around me started to move increasingly slowly, and I became less aware of my surroundings, of just the sheer unrelatability of the world. Yeah. It was like that. It was not dissimilar. I'm now having my third and final beer, which is a bit of a letdown, I think, potentially, but I've never had this before, and I thought it might be interesting. But to be honest, the last two beers were so good, I fear that this might be a bit crap.
Well, I think that having a McEwen's Levy at this point, you know, being fairly far down in my bottle of Desperados, would be a welcome relief at this point.
Okay. Oh wow, it's a lot darker than I thought it would be.
Is it? It's a Scottish beer.
Fuck. It's quite a lot of it as well. I got to be honest, those kernels kind of did me.
This Desperados is as established earlier, far too fucking sweet. Really.
This is stout.
Oh, it's a stout. Ah, shit, man. You've got to be prepared for a stout. You don't want to have a stout unawares. You don't want to have a stout thrust upon you.
Yeah, or sorry, I should say more of it's a bit of porter, maybe.
Ooh, good lord.
You know what I mean, though?
What a wonderful friend.
I don't know. Not at this point.
I love that.
I've had some very hoppy beers, and now this is a bit of a...
Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair.
That's what I love. I really like that.
This is what it was like. This is exactly what it was like. It was what David Lynch would call the duck eye moment. It's hard to describe.
Speaking of which, we've just had a couple of comments. Josie Hypatia says, happy to spend the rest of my existence trapped in a coin. To which Arid Trax says, Josie Hypackard. Josie
why?
Packard. Josie Packard.
Oh, Josie Packard, trapped in a doorknob. Not a doorknob. She was on a dresser, wasn't she? That stuff really terrifies me. That used to be kids getting trapped in. I think that's why this coin really messed me up. Getting trapped inside things, walled up in that. What's that Edgar Allan Poe one where he gets walled up? Yeah. I think it's this idea that like the soul, this tradable commodity that can be just like moved around from vessel to vessel, and it's a similar thing with the chameleon. It's like, to look at it, you realise that somewhere in there is a spark of intelligence that we all might share, and that maybe once we die, our intelligence and our soul will be fragmented and cast into the different atoms of like this bookcase and a tree and a chameleon, and we'll be in there for.
Your
Get
audio
out.
keeps breaking up for me.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I've been looking a little pensively at you for the past few minutes. Because I keep just losing little bits, and it hasn't actually, detracted from the overall kind of meaning of what you're trying to express as yet, but has made it slightly more difficult to listen to. So I apologise for that. Josie Hypatia says, "Are we going to have a poll as to which of Sam and Andy's coins is the best?" Could I request clemency?
I'll be honest, I suspect with most things with the chat, there'd be a little bit of fuckery, and I think they'd end up voting for the Boaty McBoatface option.
Good Lord. Coming on strong, aren't you? Both accusing the chat of fuckery and then calling me...
Wow.
I mean...
I'll put it to the vote. See what I do.
No,
I
I want to have another go. I want to have another go. Please.
All right.
It was my second full week back at work. Let's tuck it out. And we were busy.
Okay, fair dues. I don't know that kind of pressure.
No, exactly. So I'm going to have another go, and we'll let the chat design their own coins. I think because Pete and Orlise have only joined recently, we should probably talk them through. Just there have been no additions to the Hall of Bad Money as yet this week. Although there was something that I wanted to put in there, but I can't remember what. Valuehalla has 2 coins. The Tobol Thinker and the Artificial Intelligence Austrian coin. And Metallurgatory, of course, has 2 occupants as well. The Tripartite As of Government and the Cook Islands Trapped in Coin.
I don't think it was called the Trapped in Coin. Trapped in Coin.
Be good if it was, though, wouldn't it?
It would be good, yeah.
Bloody hell, I recorded an extra bit of kind of background music for this week, which I've not put on yet, but I guess I will put it on now.
Whack it on. I might go for a quick toilet.
Please do, and then I'll show everyone the don't know if anyone can hear the backing music, but I thought it was kind of like imagine a sort of rip-off Donkey Kong video game, and the kind of menu music would be on that. Pete and Orlise bring us some coin in the news. A coin has been in the news. Tillian White and Alexander Povetkin feature on Gibraltar £2 coin. Who are they? The British heavyweight and Russia's Povetkin are etched on the coin to commemorate their rematch, which takes place in Gibraltar on the 27th of March. It is a great honour for someone like me to go down in history as the first boxer and first black man to feature on sterling currency, said White. There's a lot of black people that have done much bigger things than me, he added. It's really special. It's a really special occasion for me and my family. This is why we should never give up on children that come from disadvantaged and troubled backgrounds. I was expecting to have to be disparaging on this coin, given that it is from Gibraltar. But it's difficult to be disparaging about a coin which is the first portrayal of somebody of colour on a coin, a British sterling coin. Rumble on the Rock. I mean, given that I think Gibraltar is a sort of haven for online betting companies, it seems perhaps appropriate that their coin should depict a big gambling occasion. But there we are. So Josie has provided us with this image of Josie Packard turning into a doorknob and Animorphs.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Who made that?
Josie Hypatia has brought her attention to it. Just found online. We have
Spoilers.
provided by Pete and or Lise this coin, £2 coin from Gibraltar, featuring Dillian White and Alexander Povetkin, commemorating a boxing match which is soon to take place in Gibraltar. Rumble on the Rock. And did you know that this is the first sterling coin to feature a person of colour?
That's very interesting. Interesting as well that it's commemorating something that's yet to take place.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of moving into the world of advertising.
Yeah.
Which is quite strange. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a lot to unpack.
I feel
there.
pretty conflicted about this coin, because obviously,
yeah. I mean, obviously, absolutely disgraceful that this would be the first coin to feature a person of colour. You know, you would assume that. Well, what you would assume. I guess the Royal Mint's pretty fucked, isn't it?
Yeah. But also is effectively advertising for a boxing match, and you know,
yeah.
I was saying, I think that Gibraltar is one of the places where a lot of online gambling companies are based. So it doesn't surprise me that Gibraltar has chosen to.
Oh, you think there's a lot of dirty money here?
Commemorate a big sort of gambling occasion.
Okay. And it was stuck at the Tower Mint, was it? So we're doing this for them,
Well, you know, Gibraltar is very, very small. So they
yeah,
don't
okay, they don't have their own
facility
mint.
for that, no.
Well, we've seen that with their
you know,
20 pence.
All
that
of
they
the bloody
clearly tried to do on
offices
their
are
own.
probably taken up by gambling companies.
Right.
Josie has just found this coin very nautical. Oh,
Oh,
fuck me.
have a fellow.
Barbados $5. 2021 coin. That is. Oh, look at that detailing around the edge.
Yeah, look at the detail.
The crab.
Look at the detail.
The sort of place. I assume something like a place. A turtle. And this fish.
Fish.
And that. Is that like a lionfish or a scorpionfish or something like that? Or stonefish? I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know.
It might be
I don't know about fish.
This circle is there.
What do
as
they
well.
call them? Ammonites? Is that the word?
It's not an ammonite. Ammonites are from the past, mate.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought it looked like a fossil.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think that's probably a living thing. Then here you go again. You've got the fish, the sort of place thing, the turtle, the crab, another fish, a clam. Wow. There's a lot of pride and industry. A
yes.
Seahorse and
two things to be very proud of.
Yeah. Pride.
Yeah, wow,
I'm proud of pride.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, that's great, says Baldy. Absolutely. And
I think as well, you know, really got to pay attention to to blend colours in a coin like that means that this, like my coin, is probably trimetallic.
Yeah, you think so?
They're obviously working with the what was it, nobium, whatever the element that the Austrians had got their hands on. But they're blending it with this new. I mean, how are they making that?
That is
giving the octopus depth and looking
really
like it's emerging from the water.
Quite something. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Underwater world, it says.
And it is, isn't it? Will be soon. So it's got a sort of message
absolutely.
to it as well.
I don't know what Barbados' kind of level of relief above the sea level is, but...
Well, it won't be far if they're big on the sea, will it?
No. Absolutely
I think
not.
anywhere that's like identifies itself with the sea will soon be of the sea.
Yeah. It's under the cosh, as far as the sea is concerned. Let's just get rid of some tabs. Just, a little recap of all that we've learnt so far.
We always learn so much on these streams.
We were gonna
Brixton
cover-
pound.
Well, I think that was what I brought this up earlier. You were going to talk about, what was it, Totnes that had its own currency?
You're right. I did have currency news this week. I discovered that Totnes has its own pound.
Wow.
Do you want to whack me on?
Yes.
Here we go. So this week I was talking to somebody who spends a lot of time in Totnes, and they were saying that it's this sort of new age mecca. And I was thinking, and I googled it, and I learned that it had its own pound.
So it's a Totnes pound, was it?
Well,
Totnes
that's
pound.
it. Yeah, they had
currency killed by cashless economy.
It's dead. But what I found interesting about the Totnes pound was that it came in denominations of, I think, 5, 10, and 21.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Yep, you're
How
right.
big it is as well.
1, 5, 10, and 21. I think that's probably a Bristol pound. Also has a Bristol pound system. Josie doesn't understand. Pissing myself wants to. Yeah, Pissing myself is suggesting that the octopus coin should go in Valuehalla.
I certainly thought it.
Well, I think if that's the. Ooh.
I think if it,
what that is.
I think I would let the chat vote on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have some thoughts. If anyone in the chat feels that the octopus coin from Barbados belongs in Valuehalla, do let us know. I will save the image so that we can pop it in if need be. The breaking news music has just started again, even though we're no longer on the Totnes.
Yes. So Totnes has its own pound now, and I've been thinking a little bit about currencies within currencies, sort of sleeper agent currencies. I can't think of a good word for it, but I just thought it was an interesting concept.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was the breaking news there from Sam. Totnes had its own money, and it doesn't again. The page with Cyrillic is the shark version of the Bayesian coin, apparently. And I went off the Cyrillic because I assumed wrongly that.
Dang, man. This is good stuff. This is good currency.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I would want to spend this.
I think that I prefer the octopus coin, but only marginally. If I had to,
this is reminding me a bit of the trapped coin, which I don't like.
Well, I don't like how much detail has been put into the sort of innards of the shark as you look down its gullet. And the other thing that I don't like or have a slight issue with about both of these coins is that they specify. Let's just bring up the 3-ounce AG999. I'd rather not have that information on a coin.
Really? You don't want to know its weight?
No.
And I guess AG999 sounds like some sort of purity content?
Something like that, which I'm not overly keen on.
Okay, that's interesting. I'd love to know that kind of information. I mean, if you look at the simoleon,
apparently
you'll see that
there is a squid as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. Render unto Caesar, is that?
Render unto man the things that are man's, and unto the squid the things that are squid's.
I'm calling that as bullshit. That's not a real coin.
Yeah, well, Josie does say, not sure this one's legal tender, but nonetheless. I think in order to go into Valuehalla, something has to be legal tender.
I think this one might be. Surely.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, read the squid one. I like the motto, or the wording. So what do we feel if we're putting one of these into Valuehalla? Is it the shark or the octopus? I'm going with the octopus myself. There's also a dolphin apparently, That dolphin looks stoned.
Not a massive fan of a dolphin. It does, yeah. It's kind of phasing out of itself. Got a sort of trippy 60s film effect going.
Yeah. That
like you've just had a drink in a sort of game.
Yeah. I know what you're saying there. Yeah, it just looked like he's just had a quick zoot, and is pretty happy with it.
Quick conicals cone.
Josie says very quick assessment of intoxication by Andy Cop Barr. There, I didn't pass any judgment on the dolphin. I just said it looks like the dolphin is having a good time. Looks like
this is you watching Cats.
If you were to say to the dolphin, would you like to watch the Snyder Cut, this dolphin would go, yeah, whatever, man. So there we are with that. It's up to, for me, for the depth of the tentacles, says pissing myself. Baldy3 says Flipper the coin.
Interesting.
Flipper. The dolphin. Flipper the coin.
Flipper the coin. Oh, I see. It's not a vote. We're voting
No.
now, Baldy. You can't. Now is not the time to make
Fuck
puns.
me, there's a seal one as well. Pissing myself says a cop. Andy Barr. No, I'm not a cop.
Cute.
I'm not a cop. I pretended to be a policeman online once, but that was only because I was having a bit of fun. And then I got do you remember this? Were my friends?
Do I
at the
remember
time?
this?
I changed my Twitter to PC Andy Barr, and I'd found a police hat in the reception area at school, and so I put the hat on, and then I got contacted by a researcher for the Victoria Derbyshire programme, because I was tweeting with this Avi and with this display name, and I got contacted by someone from the Victoria Derbyshire programme saying, this was whilst there were police strikes on, what do you think of these strikes? And I said, I always support my fellow beating bobbies, or some sort of shit like that. And I was just responding with all of this absolutely completely unbelievable crap, and she kept going. And then eventually I said that I couldn't go on the Victoria Derbyshire programme because...
Oh, you chickened out.
because I was at a jazz festival.
That's fair. That's very well. It would have crossed the Rubicon into a crime.
Yes,
if
exactly. Yeah. So the seal, rightly pointing out that the water effect on the seal is lovely.
Yeah.
JC Hypatia has pointed that out. They've also got a blue whale one.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that.
Oh my god. They've almost done too many, really.
Yeah, they've.
They could have scrapped some of these designs.
Yeah.
I don't need to see dolphin. I don't need to see blue whale.
I think my issue with this one is that they're using the sort of emerging from the water kind of thing. But this one is emerging from the water in a really unnatural way, and obviously the way that you're looking at it, there's loads of hammerhead sharks beneath, but the kind of perspective is kind of skewed. Whereas with the octopus, it doesn't feel like that.
The octopus makes total sense. It looks like it is climbing out of a manhole cover, a beautiful manhole cover.
Yeah.
To come and get you. But you are totally right. That whale.
The whale.
If it's coming at you, what? Yeah. What? How long is?
Yeah, and there's two whales
here
as well.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
And the way that it's both got its tail out and like the majority of its own body as well. It's really fucking bent double.
Well, that's what I mean. It would have to be extremely long back end.
Yeah. So that's.
I think chat's got to choose one, and it can't be that one because that's crap.
Josie Russell says, by the way, the blue in these coins is enamel. So we've discounted the blue whale. So if you want to give us some feedback on which one of these should go into Valuehalla, please do. I'm gonna say it. I think the octopus should go in, but ultimately, chat is a valued contributor to this experience. So, hello to Soft Mongoose. Welcome on board. Lovely to have you with us. Soft Mongoose says, "Do you want me to make you a coin?"
Wow.
And I think that when you get that offer from Soft Mongoose, you have to say, absolutely yes, we would love that. But only if it's not too much trouble.
I mean, yeah, and also I bet you wish you'd coin game together now, because we've only really got one coin on the docket at the moment, don't we?
What do you mean?
Well, if someone wants to make a coin, there's only one design going at the moment that's kind of ready to be minted.
What
Talk about the simoleon.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So I thought we were so removed from sort of trash talk that I didn't get that you were trying to trash talk.
I'm not trash talking. I'm just telling you the facts.
We've got a vote for the octopus from Pissing Myself. Octopus is the best one, says Josie. Josie H has looked at a video of the octopus coin, which has convinced them. Which one's ready, asks Soft Mongoose. So let's just... Okay, so the one that's going to come up is the one that's not ready. So it's not the Dean Bar. Wow. The Dean Bar is not ready, I'll be honest. Soft Mongoose liked the screaming one. That is the Cook Islands trapped coin. I
would love that coin. I mean, I think we should all club together and just get one big one of those.
The one which is ready to go is the simoleon. Why did you go with Sam the Unworried? What was the thinking behind that?
Just because I'm unworried about the currency. Like, I'm worried about the markets. I want people to, when they look at it, to see that, like, I'm cool and confident that this currency is going up, basically.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, it echoes kind of medieval kings. I was thinking specifically of, like, Ethelred the Unready, but
Yeah.
I wanted him to be ready to make money.
How long did it take you to do this?
About 3 hours.
Fuck.
But like I said, it's just watching tutorials, man.
Like, I mean, fair play. It looks great. It does look really, really, really very good. And
Yeah, well, happy for people to invest in it. You can trade in your points. I guess 1 point is worth 1 simoleon at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy if you consider, like, how big this coin's going to get.
Yeah, well, get in at the ground floor whilst
yeah.
Like,
imagine if you had like 3 bitcoins right now.
Would you remember if you presumably heard about that guy who paid what in today's money is something like, I don't know, a few million for 2 pizzas?
No.
Well, yeah, that's the folly of Bitcoin, isn't it? Somebody was had an early adopter of Bitcoin, but just used them to buy pizzas, and now like had several whole Bitcoin.
But what would you do if you were rich? Oh, well, I suppose you would be. It's always good to be rich, isn't it? I suppose, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, good for you probably, but good for everyone else.
I don't know with cryptocurrency. I don't know where that leaves, because I suppose it has a sort of an electrical impact, and then I guess you enter back into the whole capitalist system for sure. But like, so here's my thing: if I was rich in Bitcoin, I wouldn't even know how to cash out.
No, I think
so. I would just be hypothetically rich.
You're in the game there, really, aren't you? You can't get out. I mean, this is one for the chat. Do you think it is morally good to be rich?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we talk about on CoinStream.
Yeah. Anyway, I could only do the writing imprinted, not relief, says Soft Mongoose. Pete and Orlease ask, what is the simoleon exchange rate? And Josie Russell says, well done on not making the lines on the N not look like the ones on the Nigerian Naira. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's dumb, isn't it?
I can't see.
No,
Let's
you
get
can't
that
see
big.
it, sorry. Wow! It's there. They've opted to cross the...
Oh yeah, looks like
cross
they've
the
crossed
end
it
like that,
out.
so they've just kind of, yeah... made
Double
a sort
strike through.
almost made a sort of hash.
Hash of it.
10 Naira. Although it's not so visible on there.
Well, they're probably trying to hide it away.
Mm.
Yeah, they've gone for they've modelled it off the yen, whereas I was
Right.
modelling mine off Bitcoin.
Right, okay. Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
and Josie's discovered that it's possible to do the Naira N in text. So that has been submitted a couple of times as part of the message. No thanks, both N's. That's the Nigerian Naira N. So there we are on those. Shall we? It is 7:05 now. It would be lovely to get a conclusion. I think we probably have gone for the octopus, haven't we?
I mean, it's got my vote, it's got your vote. I think it's come up a
Had
lot of times in the
couple of votes
chat.
in the chat. So that will be added to Valuehalla.
Yeah.
Let's just get that in there. Sorry for the... There it is. Let's just get that down to... Wonderful.
Feels good.
Does feel good, doesn't it? That's nice. Although, you know, I feel that we're sort of strongly favouring these sort of...
you can see a
vibe-
bias for sure.
Yeah.
Detailed, colorized coins. But I mean, what's the alternative? Show me a coin that's better than that. Show me a coin that when you see it, you just go wow.
Well, I think that is...
Because that's what we've done every time. We haven't spoken to these people. We don't know that. There's been no backroom dealings here. We just see the image and we react.
we have
with feelings of awe.
We have been really taken down a peg or two by Josie H, who says, if you're trying to impress the coins boys, make it blue and busy.
Well,
yeah, bang to rights. Although the Tobol
Fair
Thinker,
enough.
it does not have any blue on it. But
I think it did come in purple originally, though.
wow.
Well, I mean, again, show me artistry in other coins. Show me good coins like that appeal, that break the rules, but are still fundamentally coins.
Yeah.
And maybe one day they too can go to value.
Well, I hope to be shown that, and I hope to be shown that when we head over to Most Innovative Coin. So we have here the Australian $5 Echoes of Australian Fauna, the Lesser Bilby. Canada $25 High Relief Wolf. Cook Islands. Bloody hell.
Double entry. Not bad.
Cook Islands Meteorites Dinosaur Extinction.
Oh my god. Something's really wrong. Something is rotted in the state of Cook Islands. It's not on.
France, €10 Mona Lisa. Germany,
Boring.
€10 Air and Motion. Lithuania,
Interesting.
€10 Gender Equality.
I'd love to see their take on it.
Oh, Mongolia, 500 Togrog numismatic sculptures Edelweiss. Which, I mean, I want to have a look at that.
It's all over the place, isn't it, in terms of who's doing what?
New $5 silver with Swarovski crystals. Creation of the world.
Sounds crap. Hate Swarovski crystals.
Yeah.
I think it's just like every rich person's show you ever watch. It's like, and we're going to put Swarovski crystals on a fucking leopard, and it's going to be the ring bearer, and it's just like get some fucking tape. Read a book, God's sake. So I hate that already.
Okay, well, I mean, we might have a look at it to see if it justifies your hatred. Palau, $20 micro puzzle treasures Starry Night.
Tantalising. If that coin is a puzzle, fuck yes. That's innovation.
If it is,
fuck yes.
fuck me. Tell you what, do you have any coins that you'd like to show the stream? Because I'd quite like to, before we start, let's get to the bottom. I'd like to go and see if there's another can of beer and have a piss before we get on to the final straight. Is that all right? Do you have anything to show the chat?
Yeah, I think so. I should probably check. I was shown. My girlfriend did show me a phone a while ago that had a sort of delivery time, which has arrived, and I should probably at some point check what that's all about. Right.
Okay. So, is what you're saying no?
I don't know. I need to. I'll happily show you a coin, and then I should probably at some point check. Just communicate with my partner.
Right. Okay. Do you want to do that now?
I'll show you a coin first.
Okay, so I'll go for a piss, and you can show everyone a coin.
Yeah, why not? Oh, do you know what, guys? Look, on this stream, whenever we come to this section, it's always, here's a £2 coin, here's a 50p coin. Well, I did sort of hint last week that I had two subtle deviations from that theme. And this week, I'm going to show you one of them. This is a 10p piece. Okay? If you spent this in a shop, which you would be able to buy something worth 10p, or by combining it with other coins, something of great. On it is the letter U, and that is because in this country, 10p coins now have their own very special type of unique coins, and there are 26 of them, one for every letter of, that's right, the alphabet. And this is U, which stands for not umbrella, not unambiguous, not America, but Union Jack, the famous Union Jack flag, which we love to fly off our balconies and on our cars and on our motorbikes, on our sidecars, as we stream down the country lanes off to racing. That is the Union Jack coin. I only have one of these. It's very surprising. You 10p's, you would get a lot of these fuckers. You do not. I've never ever seen them, and there are 25 of them out there. So if you ever see them all, and each letter's beautiful and patriotic about our country. So A, Albion, yep, absolutely. B will stand for bandstand. C will stand for country. D will probably stand for Devon. E will stand for Elizabeth II, not the first, but the second. A, B, C, D, E. F will stand for fuck yes. G. G will stand for golf, because we've got to get Scotland involved, because this is not just England, this is the kingdom. H will stand for hotels, Fawlty Towers, for which we are famous. Oh God, I genuinely don't know what they all stand for. It'd be interesting to find out, but I've only got the one. So yeah, it's a Union Jack. So there you go.
Woo. God. Tell you what, I had to go to the most downstairs of our 2 toilets. And, doing 2 flights of stairs is it's a bit much for me these days.
As someone who knows your house, that is all the way from which is the top of the house to the basement, which is the very bottom.
It is, yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm just going to go check in with friend, but Andy, I'll leave you with this.
Yes.
So I did say that I had more than just £2. I've just debuted my first 10p piece.
It's got a U on it. That's horrid.
Hold on, mate. I'm not finished explaining it. So basically, there are 26 of these, and they came out a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And it's all the letters of the alphabet, and each one stands for something great about Britain.
Right.
And I was having a go at kind of trying to think what those letters might be, and I didn't. I got to about I and gave up. So maybe if you want to have a punt at that.
What, from I onwards? Okay, let's have a go.
Yeah.
I. Ipswich. What's after I? H-I-J. John Hurt. Or is John Hurt Irish? Where's John Hurt from? British actor. Lovely. John Hurt, English actor whose career spanned over 5 decades. Lovely stuff. So, Josie has already done these by the looks of it. A. Angel of the North. B. James Bond. C. Cricket. D. Double-decker bus. E. English breakfast. F. Fish and chips. G. Greenwich Mean Time. H. Houses of Parliament. I. Ice cream. J. Jubilee. K. King Arthur.
Hold on, let us guess some. Let us guess some.
Well, they're in the chat.
Oh.
I'd gone for John Hurt, so I'd only got to J.
I'll tell you, a really good game that me and my friend Tom like to play sometimes on Zoom is trying to guess the top 100 Britons.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's a really fun game.
Oh, shit, isn't it?
This is based off the 2007 or maybe 2, I can't remember, poll.
Yeah, Churchill first, Brunel second or something, was it?
Well, this is the fun of it. Yeah, try and get the top 10.
Going through the list that Josie has posted. K. King Arthur. I. Ice cream. J. Jubilee. K. King Arthur. L. Loch Ness. M. Macintosh. N. NHS. O. Oak Tree. P. Post Box. Q. Queuing. R. Robin. S. Stonehenge. And Pete and or Lise. Pissing myself rather has pointed out that should obviously be Stevenage, of course. T. U. Union flag. V. Village. So this actually this can't actually be what the list is.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it absolutely
that's
is.
some real dog shit in there then, isn't it?
What's X?
X marks the spot.
Okay. We didn't invent the xylophone.
No, clearly not.
Jesus Christ.
V. Village. W. World Wide Web. Y. Yeoman. And Z, of course, is zebra.
For zebra crossing, presumably.
Oh, must be, yeah.
Yeah, which I was my girlfriend was looking these up as well. Can tell you, interesting thing about the zebra crossing, you can always tell a British ex-colony from its zebra crossing.
Oh, really?
You go to East Asia, you'll be able to see Usha beacons, which is the name for the yellow sort of lights that guard the crossing, named after a politician who was a nasty man, but is nonetheless the sort of namesake of beacon.
Pete and Elise ask whether Zebedee is British. Zebedee, the character, obviously is French, but I don't know whether the British named him Zebedee, or what the name of Zebedee was in the original Magic Roundabout. I'm not sure. Tony C sends over this coin, which is the Q for queuing. What a load
Is that
of
really?
fucking
No, get
wank.
fucked. That is not. No, come on.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
not
Of
it.
course, much more valuable these days, isn't it? Now that you can use it to signal your your knowledge of the wide-ranging QAnon conspiracy to your fellow Q believers.
Hey, where we go one, we go all, baby.
Yeah, Arid Trax says xenophobia could be the X coin.
This kind of like the overarching theme of the coins. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, to me, like it speaks to a particularly kind of parochial, conservative vision of Britain. Queuing.
Yeah, fuck off. Fuck right off.
Tea.
Ugh. So what was the update on your dinner?
Yeah, it came early, and it's been insulated in a dressing gown. The dinner itself is a secret. I don't know takeaway, but I can tell you it's sort of rectangular and long in shape, but is not a pizza.
Wow. Well, that's exciting. I do hope that you'll let me know once you tuck in. So, do you have time to go through some of these and then find out the winner?
We've been given permission to do what Cotty category.
Fuck yes. Okay. So, right, which of these are we really keen to look at? I'm keen to look at the echoes of Australian fauna, the lesser bilby, just because echoes of Australian fauna is a very strange phrase when you're using it to commemorate an animal. It just seems odd to dedicate it to the echoes of the animal.
I'm really interested to see what the Cook Islands have phoned in for this.
Yeah, having seen the Cook Islands breakout coin, I think you've really got to look at whatever those guys are bringing to the table.
They're young, they're hungry, they're underdog.
Yeah.
I like the Cook Islands in this competition.
There's a lot of, there are some mistakes made. Maybe some of the content is a little bit sort of on the nose, but it's exciting. It really has an energy about it, and I would say that the Cook Islands are definitely the future of guitar music. We have so the Mongolian numismatic sculptures Edelweiss. I've absolutely no fucking idea what that could possibly be, so I really want to look at that.
A load of interesting nouns together.
The Mona Lisa, boring. Air and Motion, probably boring. Lithuanian gender equality coin.
Interesting. Why not? I think it's interesting every time that we see, these values promoted by coins in what seems to be quite a regressive industry. It's always worth checking out.
I think we have to look at the Swarovski crystals coin just to see if it is as horrid as you thought. Micro puzzled treasures, Starry Night. Mm-hmm. Again, an intriguing. And Silk Road abacus from Tuvalu. Tuvalu is obviously quite a long way removed from the Silk Road, so I'm interested to see what's going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is Tuvalu then?
Tuvalu is a Pacific Island nation.
Oh, quite far away. Yeah, you couldn't build a road to that.
No. So let's kick off, shall we? Australia KM3071. 3071. Echoes of Australian fauna. Lesser bilby. How do you feel about that?
I'm guessing that the colour is the most interesting thing about it. In no other way is this an innovative coin. This doesn't belong in this category as far as I can see above like any of the other coins that we've seen in any of the other categories.
Just want to see if it's so it is extinct, so that's why it's an echo.
Okay.
Also known as the Yalara, the lesser rabbit-eared bandicoot, or the white-tailed rabbit-eared bandicoot?
Can we get a real quick
marsupial
side-by-side comparison with this Wikipedia photo? Okay, that's all right. For a second, I was a bit worried that straight up whacked it on.
Yeah, no, I don't think they've done that.
Okay.
Poor thing. Extinct since the 50s or 60s. Reaching the size of a young rabbit. There was its distribution. Little streak of piss in there. Josie says, very Heston Blumenthal to serve a meal in a dressing gown. Sam gets a Michelin star for that. Tuvalu should have a coin celebrating their intelligent monetization of the .tv domain name.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
That's the
that
real
was what
Silk
they'd
Road.
done. Yes, fucking hell.
Silk Road of a different kind, I think.
I've learnt whilst doing GeoGuessr recently. Do you know what the South African internet code is?
No.
.co.za. And that has been the only thing that's allowed me to. Well, actually, I've had an idea that I've been in South Africa, but that has often been the key to helping me realise that I was in South Africa. And it looks fucking rank, most of South Africa.
What?
Well, most of it that I get dropped in on GeoGuessr anyway.
GeoGuessr is the game where you get dropped in a random location on Street View, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
good fun.
Every time that I've been dropped in South Africa, it's just been fucking wall-to-wall new development estates. And one of the keys to knowing that you're in South Africa is if every single kind of house that you go past is very much walled off, gated, and it's got a sort of sign for whichever security company are providing an armed response if people try and break into it.
Yeah. That is big time the impression I get from South.
Yeah. Josie Russell's favourite domain name is Kenya's because it's .co.ke, Coke.
Nice.
Lovely. And agrees that GeoGuessr is well fun. Very protective in South Africa. So, right, that's the lesser Bilby coin. Nothing too much too special about that. Heading on to the Cook Islands $20 silver meteorites dinosaur extinction.
Yes, please.
I like the use of colons in a lot of these. It makes it seem like it's a sort of sequel film.
Oh. Say hello to Daddy.
Well, it's intricate and it's blue.
Yeah. Okay, fair fucks. I'm now feeling a pressure not to like this coin so much, having been called out
on like it.
Our obvious inbuilt prejudices. But I do like it. Yeah, it's fucking rocks, man. Absolutely rocks.
Josie Russell is keen. Josie Hypatia says this looks like a coin to celebrate YouTube smot popping videos.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Yuck.
This is the.
Yes, look at that. Queen looking angrily on like some sort of god. That's the dinosaurs impotently rage against the destruction of their species. But forget it, baby. The age of the monarchy is upon ye.
And the Queen is slightly above the dinosaur as well, which I think.
Yeah, do you know what? She could be shooting lasers out her eyes there, and I would buy it.
Does look
She's
like,
at the
given that
right angle,
the meteorite has come from this direction, it does look like she has willed it into being. Queen versus dinosaurs, says Pete and Orlise. Josie Russell would watch that film, as I believe many of us would. Pete also points out that the Yucatan Peninsula, or Yucatan... is it the Yucatan Peninsula? Yucatan, anyway, is nowhere near the Cook Islands. But it doesn't need to be, because, that meteorite had far-reaching effects.
It affected all of us,
yeah,
yeah.
bloody
More
all
so
of them.
than the moon landing or the Berlin Wall, which every
Yeah,
single country wants to bloody commemorate this year for some reason.
yeah. Extinction event.
Oh, I love that. That is
Cretaceous,
metal
Paleogene,
AF.
KPG, extinction event.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I love it again.
Extinction event, man.
Yeah, just great stuff. The
Yeah.
Cook Islands, really that's their.
Oh, that rocks.
Josie asks whether that should go in Valuehalla.
I want to, but we can't just be. I'm worried that we just add in all these blue silver coins in willy nilly.
Well,
now.
I mean, if the chat has any feelings about that, let us know. We won't put it straight in. What else have we got? Mongolia, 500 Togrug, numismatic sculptures, Edelweiss.
Edelweiss. We've seen some other coins from Mongolia in this competition. We've looked at a couple of Togrogs, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Let's see if there's.
Oh my god, it's some sort of Lovecraftian horror.
I mean, that looks like that's a brooch that your mum wears to church.
It looks like a sea creature.
It does. This is the onside.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Because the offside's just like, I mean, what the hell?
There it is, resting on some wood.
Yeah. You're right. It's a pin badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Edelweiss just. Yeah. Okay. So it's that flower. It's this. It's a flower. I didn't know it was a flower. I'll be honest. That was
It's a flower and a song.
Yeah. So that was a shortcoming on my part. It looks horrid there, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It sticks in the mind, It's obviously why it's in the zeitgeist so much.
So it's a flower that appears to have sort of a number of sub-flowers inside itself.
Not good. Not good for people if you have bloody trichophobia.
Trichophobia, yeah.
Yeah, which might be what it's called. Which I have.
I do find it disconcerting. I don't know whether I would necessarily classify it as being a phobia on my part, but I do.
Oh, I for me, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
QE2 did the mass extinction event, says Aaron Trax. Tony C says the meteorite was called the Chicxulub Impactor.
Oh man, it just gets more meta. It's just like
good, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Give me a concept album. That's what I want.
Josie points out that this would be uncomfortable to rummage around in your pocket for.
I was going to say it feels like bad for trichophobics and bad for deep cut, but haptodysphorics as well.
Oh,
which we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Remind me what it was.
People who have a fear of sort of fuzzy objects like peaches.
Yes, yeah. So this is how it shakes out when it's on a 1,000 Tugrug coin. So it's not the novelty one. The novelty one's the 500 kind of. Tony C says another excellent plectrum. I think that's getting stuck.
It's picking all the wrong strings as well.
Yeah.
You've got that in your hand, and you're trying to play an E, and it's kind of catching the B in there, and people are like, "Oh man."
So the new $5 creation of the world.
And what is a new? Where is this?
It's another Pacific island. It's not a nation, actually.
I liked what I saw.
So it's
Beano
a
country.
British territory.
Oh yeah, up in that bit.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy about that bit? when you look at it on Google Earth, it's like the whole side of the planet.
Yeah, there's bugger all.
It's bugger all. It is really crazy. Like you flip the planet around onto its, and it is just empty.
Yeah.
This is sick, by the way. Svarkovsky crystals go to hell, but this is cool.
I mean, that's another one that you don't want to kind of sit down on by.
No, sir, not in your back pocket.
$5 change in your back pocket. Sit down on it. Bloody hell! It looks like a face, says Josie. Yep. I can see that.
Yeah, a bit like the Cookie Monster.
Yeah. Tony C asks if we're sure that it's 3D.
Yeah.
I think we are. Pete and Elise suggest that it's the flat Earth coin.
No, look at it. It's intersected. It's not flat.
Yes, but it's suggesting that the sky is up there and then the Earth is
Right.
there,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's a flat Earth coin.
Sort of medieval.
Yeah.
What's that beautiful image called? Can't remember now.
Here's the other side.
Oh, Jesus crap! Is it? Look at that.
Doesn't
Camels.
appear to be,
Yeah.
Perhaps Jesus crap, and then there's another crystal down here.
Yeah, I'm interested on the underside. Like the upside looks pretty basic. It looks like we've got the sort of nativity scene playing out, and then on the flip side, yeah, you're right. We have got the symmetry of the spheres kind of stuff going on.
And then we've got this business. There's a lot going on there. Hello, Streebling. Welcome along, Dual Flat Earth's Truther, says Streebling. Visionary coin, says Josie. Straight to Xanadu, says Josie as well. Tough to put in your pocket, though. Yeah, I think we've the utility of this coin is limited.
But here's a fucker for you. Imagine flip it.
I mean, you'd have to take some time getting it to the sort of base position at which a flip is possible.
It'd be fun, though.
There's a lot of angles to look at this coin from.
And also, what's the offside? What's the on? Is it a Hozzy? Is it a...
Well, yeah. It looks like it's a Hozzy, I think. But you just kind of... it's an infinite Hozzy. Because it just keeps going.
Hosin and Hosin and Hosin.
Yeah. An infinihoz. Looks like you can get it mounted inside this sort of cube.
Oh, that's cool.
If you wanted.
Yeah, it's probably the only way to really display that coin, isn't it?
Yeah. There's another.
I think this coin pops. I think it's cool.
You like it?
I've seen it from all kinds of different angles, and every time I look, it's like I'm seeing a different coin, and it's because you've got like 8 sides to play with here.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Arid Track says, does it have 2 off and 2 on sides? Offside, onside, Widdershins, turnwise, says Josie Hypatia. A lot of things to consider here. A big... in stark contrast to the Martial Arts of the World $5 of this year.
Okay, yeah. It's not the world, is it?
No, it's got a big...
Even if that was one in the... To say Martial Arts of the World.
Tony C says, does Kubla coin reside in Xanadu?
We had this last week.
We did, I believe, yeah. So that's that coin. Tony C says, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, in Xanadu did coin a stately pleasure doe decree. Yeah. I can't remember the rest of it.
No,
I remember the rest of the poem, but I don't remember the rest of the pun.
But Pete and Elise, I believe, expands on this. Samuel Taylor coinage. Now Tony C has to watch the archives. Well, I mean, they are all, other than last week's. Last week's is still available on Twitch, but given that I made some statements about our rental situation, I didn't put it up on YouTube, just because I couldn't be bothered to edit out the potentially problematic statements.
Oh yeah, you're paranoid that your landlord checks out your...
I'm not paranoid that happens, but
Okay.
I just think that, if the consequences... could relate to our living situation, probably rather not risk it.
Fairfax. I've said Fairfax a lot today.
Yeah, I say Fairfax a lot as well, man. I think it's perfectly fine. Features in Citizen Coin, relation to Xanadu. Yeah.
That's good. Keep them coming.
Yeah, so we've got that. We've done that one.
This is great. I mean, listen, innovative coin, really, play into a lot of strengths.
Palau.
Strength to strength.
$20 Micro Puzzles Starry Night.
Yeah. And I want to see the gender equalities one as well. Ooh. Yeah.
This extraordinary 3-ounce silver coin is the first issue from the new Micro Puzzle Treasures series, dedicated to micro puzzle art and to Van Gogh's mass.
I mean, the question on everyone's lips, is it or is it not a jigsaw?
Let's see if there's a view of it completed.
If you can't crack this coin into 100 tiny pieces,
that would be... It looks like... No, it looks like on all of those pictures the pieces are displaced in the same order. So I don't think that is possible.
You're right. If you were advertising this coin, you little piece off to the side to let people know it is a puzzle.
Yeah.
But then it comes in... I mean, that is definitely a jigsaw box right there.
Yeah. It is, but that's...
Hold on. And there's some gaps in this thing.
Yeah, but I think that given that they're... they're just straight black and there's no potential... And the pieces aren't in the same order as they were missing on the other side.
But for a, what, $1,700 price tag, I would be expecting to jigsaw this coin.
For a $1,700 price tag, you would be expecting to have a coin that is impossible to put together unless you have tweezers and is incredibly easy to lose the pieces of.
Yeah, that's why do people buy AirPods, man? Being rich is all about having things that you can lose and replace that are really expensive.
Yeah. Again, the Palau coin, I feel let down by having this just $20 thing there. The dollar sign being after the value and not being... I mean, just spell it out in dollars, man.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not great attention to detail.
Shorten those lines, write $20 or something. I don't know. I feel Palau should be DQ'd until they get their dollar sign and the numbers the right way around. Yep. Disqualified, I'm assuming DQ'd is. Yeah, I'm with you there, Tony C. I'm completely with you. It just looks amateurish.
But in terms of innovation, a jigsaw coin is...
Absolutely, but you're just letting it down. You're letting it down on the onside.
There we go. Look, it is a jigsaw.
Yeah.
So that is cool.
That is.
Because presumably it's a jigsaw made of money.
Well, it's supposed to be a jigsaw. I don't think that you can actually do the jigsaw. I think that is the image. I think that's the image. I think there's...
No, I disagree. I think it's a tangible jigsaw. Otherwise, why would it say 254 pieces on the
That's
box like that?
238. Yeah. But fuck, can't. Come on.
But then, yeah, I would agree that like I think
But
any
look,
currency
on every
that you
single
can...
one, the pieces are every single image of it. The pieces are displaced in the same order, so you've got that piece and that piece sitting there. I don't think it is. I think it's just it gives the illusion of being a puzzle. I'm sorry.
You'd have to. I think that's a little certificate that says congratulations on completing the coin jigsaw. There.
Do you think that's what it says?
Yeah, I do actually.
Congratulations on completing the coin jigsaw.
Yeah, well done. You spent $2,000 on doing a little fucking puzzle, 200-piece jigsaw puzzle. You rich bastard. Well done. Put it in a little box. Put it in your study. You stupid idiot. You sad little man. That's what it says.
Is that latter bit like? Is there a sort of text break? And that you sad little man is some a couple of offset by a couple of lines.
It's just like all one big scroll.
Tuvalu, $2 Silk Road abacus.
Yeah, come on, quickly. Let's get it done.
Oh, fuck, I fucked it. Oh.
Is it playable?
I don't know. That angle.
Suggests it is, right?
Maybe. Or maybe those are held in place, but it's certainly I didn't know it. I mean, this is an evolution of the whole coin.
Yeah, you could piss through it.
Yeah, or you could hold it up very far away from yourself and pretend that you're in a sort of abacus prison.
Like that Scream guy.
Yeah.
Let me out. You could put the Scream trapped behind the abacus coin.
Yeah. And I like the etching around the side, the engraving.
It's a cool coin.
It's a cool coin, and I think that this side is. It's got the fucking. It's got the ounce and the. I don't like that info. I don't like having that info on a coin. I think
that's crazy. I think the more info, the better. Educate people. Wake them up.
Fuck, it's a working abacus.
That's cool.
Josie Hypatia has provided a video. The edge has a lovely design, says Josie Russell. I think it's Chinese food.
Oh, wow.
Your food is Chinese food, says Crypt Peeper. So we should probably just very, very, very quickly look at the Lithuanian €10 gender equality coin.
Yes, please. I love Chinese food.
Yep, I had some on last Thursday, and it was very nice. It's got Singapore fried vermicelli and...
What the hell is this? Honestly, what are we even looking at here?
But it looks like it's some sort of artistic nail files.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's reinforcing a binary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Josie Russell
says... It's also very confusing.
That's a bookmark, surely. So, presumably, you have... there's a sort of male and female coin.
Right, and one isn't complete with to perfectly counterbalance it.
Yeah, I think that's the...
Yeah,
gender
well done, Lithuania.
Shoehorn, says Josie H. Yeah, trying to be kind of progressive, but actually just sticking your foot in it.
Yeah. What a great addition.
Yeah, good work. And they've put the fucking euro after the 10.
Mm-hmm. And they've misspelt Lithuania.
Yeah, fucking bloody idiots. Josie Russell says, I had a feeling this would suck in some way, and you're absolutely right, it's bollocks. Fucking Pete and Ole say it would be worse if one was worth less than the other. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do that. That would be a real own goal.
Do you know what? The only thing that would add to this coin in any way, save it in any way, would be if they were magnets. That would be cool.
So that you get them and you've paid however much for your stupid coin.
So it's like
€99,
then I guess,
and then they just stick together.
It's like they stick together. That's great, but then if you get like a male and a male or a female and just, I guess that's the problem with magnet.
Right, shall we find out the winner?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Fucking, like, this is one of the first ones that I've really felt. Absolutely.
Deserves it.
Absolutely. The Cook Islands $20 meteorite Chicxulub crater coin depicts the meteoric event that brought an end to dinosaurs. But for Numis Collect, who worked with their partners to develop this coin for Cook Islands, this meteorite coin is the beginning of their Coin of the Year experience. The voting was extremely close, making their first Coin of the Year win all the more gratifying.
I think that makes it less gratifying, doesn't it? To say it was close.
Yeah, probably, actually.
It implies that it wasn't.
Yeah, I'd have rather.
Wasn't like a standout.
Absolutely swept it.
Yeah. Well, that's sick. I'm really glad. I think the dinosaur rips. I think I'm glad that dinosaurs are dead. I think it's a thing that we should all be grateful for. And also, like, I think to remember that there's a sort of a cosmic horror at the heart of life that doesn't care one jot for our existence.
I think I also like it because it implies that the Queen was directly involved.
Yeah. Props to her. And maybe she was.
Maybe she was. Who can say? We won't know until 20 years after her death, and there's a documentary about it. There's a whole series of Cook Islands meteorite coins, which maybe I will bookmark and we can look at next time.
Happy to do.
Great. Well, do you have anything to plug or to say this week, Sam, before you go and have your Chinese food?
No.
Okay.
Don't think so.
Great.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week, indeed. I will be back on Thursday doing... This week I will actually do Thursday Night Football, so if anyone's interested in that, that will be on. Also planning to do some other streams, perhaps do some GeoGuessr on the stream, and maybe also do the long-form novel writing experiment that I've been interested in doing in some time. Thanks very much. Tony C wants to plug a gig, so can you do that extremely quickly, Tony? Because I think that Sam needs to go and have some food.
Yeah, the plates are incoming,
I've
but I'm happy to hear about the gig. I'm happy to. Yeah, I can plug.
He's doing a gag.
Oh,
He's doing a gag. My band Chicxulub Impactor is playing this Tuesday.
That's good. I got more time for a gag than I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm much more keen on having a gag than a genuine plug. Genuine plug.
I'll see you down at the old Extinction event.
Well, thank you ever so much, everybody. If you have any nominations for either the Hall of Mad Money, Valuehalla, or Metallurgatory, do let me know. Let either of us know on any of the social media. And it's been a real pleasure. We will see you next week.
Bye.
I think that